Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 250-second calf update. We got a good show for you tonight, but it's going to be interesting. I finally have a very short chicken video for everybody. I know you've been demanding it the last few months, and I just whipped something up here at the last second. But it won't be to your satisfaction, but it'll at least give you an idea of what it's like to live on a farm in Central Florida. So we've had a fun week on the channel. For those of you who missed out, I had a great interview on Tuesday with Nick Forst, and we also dropped another episode of IC3 with Mr. Scioli on there talking Kirby and many other things. So if you haven't checked those shows out earlier in this week, I would encourage you to do so. But it's always fun here at the CAF headquarters. We've got lots of stuff going on and lots of stuff that I'm sure everybody would be excited about. Which when we can talk about certain things. But let's oh my God, chicken stingray. I knew that was one of the things that you had to see. After Stingray got to see Bob Layton eat stingray last week, he chicken is on the menu tonight, but no Bob Layton. So yeah, we've got Hakes joining us today. I've got a unboxing that I filmed about not even it's an unboxing that Dan Goodwin came over to my place, and we filmed it about a month ago, and I finally had a chance to whip something up so you guys can take a look at it. He had been sitting on 4 or 5 boxes of art, and it was a lot of fun to get to see him see the artwork for the first time. So you guys are going to get to witness that yourselves. So yeah, that's going to be fun. No to most of Marcus's questions in the chat. I'll just skip right over all of those. No, you shouldn't be worried about anything like that. And gosh, you guys are all nuts in the chat. So yeah, so let's get this thing started. I've got 2 gentlemen who we didn't see last time when we were talking about Hakes. We've got Mr. Alex Winter and Mr. the, the show. Hey guys, and Alex, look at the color in that room, man. I don't know what do you call that when the room is red like that?
It's called Blackout in the Red Room. And if anybody gets that reference, they get a gift certificate from Hakes.
No, it's just the continuing the chicken theme. This is from the chicken sign in Seinfeld.
Is that what it is? It almost looks
red
like you
light from the
could
chicken
slide a
sign.
chicken in that thing and it would bake.
Yeah, that's
Is that the Seinfeld episode?
No, it's the neon sign across the street from Kramer's apartment puts the red light in his drives him insane. So that tracks, I think, for what's going on. So yeah, Alex
Awesome.
is just tanning. Alex is just tanning, but I don't think he should.
No, I'm as white as can be.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Red Bullet Comics loves your record collection, Alex. Every time you're at home and not at the office, we get to admire the fact that you have walls and walls and walls of LPs in there.
Have you hit 5,000 yet?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm a 7,000, brother.
7,000. Last time I asked, it was like 4.
No, it's 7,000 records, about 7,000 CDs, 8 tracks, reel to reel. It's about 15,000 albums altogether. Yeah.
Wow.
That's yeah, that's a compulsion right there, man. You there's no stop, right? There's always new records to collect.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jeff got it. Love, hate, love it. That's the record. One of the great.
All right, so Jeff gets that Hakes gift certificate, huh?
They are unsung heroes of late 80s, early 90s sleaze hair metal. They're incredible. Yeah. Awesome, nice. Jeff. He probably looked it up on the internet, though. That didn't come off the cuff.
Ooh, I don't know.
You never know. Jeff's Jeff's kind of a wild and crazy guy. I don't know if he was into hair bands or anything, but well, at least not that I know of. He's a scientist, for God's sake. So scientists into hair bands? I don't know.
Yeah, I would say yes. Yeah.
There you go. See, he's said that the album was released in his senior year because all right.
Yeah. I had a ponytail back then.
Well, nice. I could still be in the band, I think.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, you're right.
So we didn't get to see you guys the last time we had Hakes on. Sean and Mr. Sheffer hung in and did a great job presenting the the pieces that you guys had available in the last auction. Yep.
Well, I do want to apologize that we sent our B team, but as long as you were happy, then maybe we'll give them another shot down the road.
I would have much rather have been here. I had to help with some IT work at the
Oh yeah, yeah.
at
Till
the
midnight.
office. I had to be there. So anyway, it was a sort of
It's-
a not a crisis, but it had to be done, and that was it. So
well, we get you on the recap. Nothing wrong with that. So, you know, how would you characterize the last Hakes auction?
Exceptional, and not just for comic art. And everyone knows us by now. We have political and sports and action figures, and so all the major categories had key pieces, record prices. It exceeded our expectations, and that's coming off a great premiere auction that we had in March and the 2 Jeff Jacob auctions. So this year has been tremendous for us, and we have as busy a second half of the year as we've ever seen at Hakes.
yes, yeah,
That's good. Is there only one other major auction for the rest of the year?
Five.
Five major.
There's 5. There's one more. Yes, there's one more major premiere catalog auction. I'll be auction
Right.
245 in November. But we're also going to have another one of our 9.99 collector friendly auctions. We've got a GI Joe action figure auction, 80s Joe. We have a Magic the Gathering auction, and we have a Jeff Jacob Part 3 auction.
Yeah.
All somehow happening between September and November.
Yes,
You got your work cut out for you. So what's the Magic the Gathering? Is it all
it's
cards?
it is a decent collection plus more of artist proof signed cards from. It's not a full set, but it's I'm sorry, it's an alpha set, I believe. I'm sorry, no, it's a beta set. I'm sorry, I have someone else working on that for me, so I was able to get it there. He knows a lot more than I do.
No Black Lotus.
No Black Lotus, but it's a very, very interesting it's Beckett graded and CGC graded artist proof near set, and then other cards and other other things. And we're also looking for more consignments, uncut sheet from that. We are looking for more consignments for that auction for the next month or so. And we would take it's going to be Magic only. So original art to cards to anything. We're looking for things to add to that. I think it's going to get whatever you put in that. We're going to promote, just for Magic. So
Sure. Well, you
and
should.
that will be promoted at the New York Comic Con as well. We'll have a big display.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, when you if you have a month left, you should give me a call to consignment email to send out. I'm sure there's a few people with Magic artwork.
And in the original art world, these are artist proofs, so all the artists sign them. There actually are cards with art on the back.
Yes.
Some very interesting, very
right. A lot of the Magic cards like that when the artist proofs are, well, maybe not in the proofs, but they have like a blank back, and the artists they always get a set back, like 40 or 50 of them, and they can do art on the back. Yeah, I know a few of the guys and gals that do that sort of stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's a nice collection that came in. So I would like to add other graded cards that aren't proofs, other sealed boxes, anything really, original art, uncut sheets, anything that's special, rare that should be at auction. We're looking for.
Okay, cool.
So,
Hey,
do we give Marcus did we cut him off at some point?
I was actually going to have ask Alex a question from Marcus, just because I don't remember you saying 8 tracks, but how many 8 tracks?
Oh, I didn't see that right.
Not a whole lot, probably 20 or 30, just random things. But I will say this: I do have my mother's original Alice Cooper 8 tracks from 71 to 73, and I was born in 69. So the very first music I heard was Alice Cooper that I remember, and I still have those physical format of those albums. So that's pretty cool to me.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Your mom's. So that's now we know how you got
I was
the
listening
DNA
to
that you have.
and Sick Things and Dead Babies and all those songs when I was a kid. So that explains a lot.
Did you like the Alice Cooper comic books? Anything like that? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, let's get this recap started.
Sure.
Oh man. All right. Let's see. I'm starting off with the big one that you had, the Judge Dredd artwork. Now it went for under $52,000, and Brian Bolland cover, of course. It was it was doing pretty well when Todd and Sean were on, but it finished pretty well. I mean, there's not a lot of these out there, so you never know where they're going to wind up. That's for sure.
No, we were, when it showed up, well, actually before it showed up, when we were first shown images of this stuff, this stood out, and we did a little research, and Kelly and I both thought it should be 40 or 50. And then another cover sold not too long before this one, a slightly earlier one, and that one brought right around 50 as well. So we were hoping to hit that mark, and we did.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, we've always said how hard it is to add value or know the value of comic art, but this one hit it pretty much right on the nail of where we thought it was going to end, which is great. Which is I it's what I told the consigner, and I believe he's very happy. Yeah.
Just quick one more music thing, because CJ said "Love It to Death" /Killer. "Love It to Death," my favorite Alice Cooper album.
And for Matt Moore, his favorite artist is Brian Bolland, so that's why he says that's awesome.
Yeah, Bolland's cover. I love his Vertigo stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so many memorable covers, that's for sure. But no, this is great, and you know, it's always good to have a happy consigner when it's all said and done. Now, let's see, what was next? The Star Wars artwork. Let's highlight that one. You had a couple of Star Wars covers, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. This is the continuation of the last auction, where we had the Star Wars 1 page that did very well, and then we had other covers, and then we this cover came up, and I think it blows the other covers out of the water as far as just content. And that scene, that moment, nearly every single character from A New Hope is on this cover. So I think it's just fantastic. I know some friends that were really into Darth Vader that were going after this cover, and some other people that I knew that just loved great Star Wars art. And I think it landed right around where we had in mind. Yeah.
And the art that we had this time and last time are all from one collection, and that's it. We've had spread over 2 auctions, so no more, at least from this source.
Right. It was the most when it was discovered, unless someone else can prove me wrong. I believe it was the most amount of Howard Chaykin Star Wars art to come to market. How many pages was it, Alex? 8?
I think 8. Yeah.
Yeah, 8 total pages from one source. I mean, we in our time, we've sold 3.
3 before that, yeah.
And then between other auction houses, I think we've sold the most. And now we've sold 11 pages total. I think that's the most any auction house has ever sold for Chaykin, especially Chaykin movie adaptation art, for sure.
Yeah. And
the most of any auction house, period.
The number 1 page last time hit 80,000, which is a record for a Star Wars story page.
Right. And that was I mean, being for number 1 is a huge help for that.
Oh, without question. So this was by Gil Kane. I should have mentioned that beforehand. Those of you who couldn't tell.
Yeah.
There's so many. There's over 100 weekly covers out there. So Gil Kane did a lot in the early run. I don't remember if he came back later on, but he definitely did them early on, and so many different artists worked on this.
This was unique to the, we've said this before, the adaptation in the US was 6 issues, in the UK was spread over 12 issues, and there were some unique covers that were not used in both sources. Obviously, this was one that was a UK only.
Who did the inks on this one? I don't remember. I think no, it wasn't. It might be Gil Kane.
De Zuniga, it says.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. But it went for $32,500. Not too bad. Then then this was, let's see, this went for $26,000. The Chaykin interior page here. Yeah, this was a good one. I'm sure if Mr. Wedding had the funds, this would have been in his collection.
Yeah, we should have gotten Chaykin on this call, on this video, to have him talk about it with us. I'm sure he would have loved to.
You never know.
I've heard from other people who sort of come around on the Star Wars art.
Has he come around?
But I think so.
Okay. And besides that, this is these pages were, I mean, when the person first called me and said what they had, not to be too skeptical, but at the moment I didn't really believe it until they went into their love of Chaikin, and they met him back in the 80s, in the early 80s, and worked with him a little bit. And okay, that's good.
You never know.
Never know. So this person had met him, and that got me to think, well, this could actually be real. And then once I saw photos, it was one page after the next was just incredible, including this great page with stormtroopers and the Falcon, and just great. I mean, it's a movie scene, so this scene goes right into my head once I see the page.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm sure the collector who got it is very, very happy.
Yeah.
Now, next up, we have the Detective Comics cover from 522 by Jim Aparo. Went for just over $20,000. Zoom in on that one.
I hope this one go over estimate, and it did. Just by
yeah, we had 10 to 20, and it just went over the high end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff's commenting on the Star Wars art, saying that, as a Star Wars collector, it was just nice to see the pieces because, like you said, they did not come up too often. I mean, certainly in the 25 years I've been collecting.
Yeah, I mean, we did extensive research to find how many are out there. I mean, there are some in private collections, thanks to CAF. I was able to find some that exist out there that are pretty much in deep hole collections that would not come up for a long time. Some are on CAF, some are not. So how many exist to how many are lost forever is unknown. But a lot more are lost than we have found so far. And in this particular situation where they were, not to get into detail,
forever.
It was a miracle that they survived. So it was actually in Florida, just so you know, where they.
Wow!
Yeah.
So it made it through several hurricanes.
That was actually the encouragement to sell.
Yeah. That from what I've heard, that's hurricanes, fires, you name it. Those are things that encourage collectors to.
I've had people call me from the West Coast after the fires. It encouraged them to move some things because of the hurricanes. To move some things. Because they realized that was a big scare for some people at the time. That was a lot to evacuate, grab what you can, and you can't get it all, that kind of thing. So anyway, back to this cover.
Thanks for bringing everyone down, Kelly.
Well, sorry about it. Yeah, fire sale. That's right.
Cheers.
Yes.
But no, very nice Aparo cover, of course. Yeah. Even though I'm a Marvel guy, I very much appreciate Jim's work, especially on Batman related stuff. So no, this is a good one.
Did he work on things in the Marvel world, Bill?
I think when I looked it up, I think maybe once or twice, but not often, certainly.
Okay. Well, we don't know. Then someone will probably comment and tell us.
Yeah. Well, we have a few professors in the chat who will correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, no, that's a solid piece here.
Yes, it is. Great cover.
Then we have the let's see, this was the Jurgens piece. Let me go ahead and click on that. Cover Superman.
Great lineup, but surprised. I shouldn't say surprised. It went over estimate. I mean, all art is one of a kind, so it's really no surprise. It's just a matter of where it ends up. But this was certainly more than I thought it would be. But worth every penny as far as I'm concerned, because it's find another cover with this lineup.
Yeah, clean art, just straight up. Yeah. Who's the inker on this one?
Breeding.
Oh yeah, Breeding.
Yep. Breeding. No, it's a good one. And Dan Jurgens is coming back to OAX for our third year.
Nice. Is this his first year? No.
Yes. No, he was there in year one, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Missed year two, but he's back in year three.
Nice.
He's riding high too. He's got all the Superman premieres and everything, so he definitely is enjoying this moment like a lot of other DC creators.
Nice.
Let's see. Then we have Dick Giordano. Legion of Superheroes cover. Oh, that's right. I remember this one. What did this one go for? I didn't check that before. Did this
20.
Almost 20.
Almost 20.
Nice.
Again,
All
double the high estimate.
There's a lot of Legion fans out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a lot. We've had good results with Legion lately.
Yeah, we had some pages in our, again, what we call our collector friendly auction. That just passed up. Everything starts at $9.99, and Todd threw a couple pages in there that I think did 2,000 or 3,000 a piece that would have been worthy of the catalog auction, but we weren't sure about them, so we just threw them out there to see what would happen.
Yeah. Things do not get missed, do not get lost these days.
So, you guys must have like a big warehouse, right, where you store everything?
It's a little more climate controlled than that, but yes.
Yeah. All right.
There's a big warehouse portion of the building we're in, and that does house stuff that doesn't need to be as climate controlled as others. But then throughout the rest of the building, we have select rooms just for different things. We've actually recently cleared out rooms and just made one for the Jeff Jacobs. So things are constantly moving around and being condensed and reorganized just because of, especially this year, the volume of stuff that has been coming in and is about to come in.
Yeah.
More on that later.
Yeah. I just want to know that your February schedule is going to be free, Alex, so that you can make it down to OAX.
Don't even ask me until January 20th.
All right.
There's so much stuff that we have to tackle. But I just was going back and forth with someone and said, my plan is to be there. The other concept is Sean and Kelly are there. So we'll see what all happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep Sean to his word on that one as much as I can. He's got to get down there. It's enough already. It's
people might ask Sean for his autograph. You never know.
I'll tell him that. I mean, his ego that might work for you. If you're listening,
or they'll bring a color guide for him to sign or something.
Oh, if you do dangle a color guide, that might work.
Yeah. I believe, Bill, it will be someone's secretary bringing that color guide to him.
Damn,
that's probably
never gonna get. That is never gonna go away. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Well, so Gene Colan Submariner cover went for just over 18.
Yeah, just over 18. This
was when we thought it would be a little more. We had great reaction to it. Initially, we were looking at 25. We heard 25, 30. And this just goes to show you, though, at auction, anything could happen. So it landed where it should. It's still a solid price, but it's one of the definitive Submariner covers for sure.
Mm-hmm. What did it say I forget what it said on the bottom of the art. You can zoom in there. What were they even talking about? Is it anything important? I can't read it out there.
I forget what it was.
Water line. Okay, it's just artist notes. It's always interesting to see that. Yeah.
Yep. Down Periscope.
There is side conversation going on in the comments that I don't know what's going on.
Carl Choi is not seeing his hammer next to his name. We have channel memberships, and the icon that you get is a colored hammer based on how long you've been here. But Carl's hammer has left him.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Thank you for explaining.
Then what do we have? Fantastic Four page for issue 42. This one went for just under 13. Jack Kirby artwork, Frightful Four. You get Medusa in there. It's a really great page.
I almost forgot this page of who was on it. It's a great lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys get to go look at the art when it's in the offices. Did you get to see this one in person?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was the one who got this one in the door, and this came from the same consigner as the Submariner and the other two Kirby pages coming up actually. A lot's happened since then.
You actually didn't get in the door. You physically went and picked it up and brought it in the door. This was a
correct. Well, that's I had to drive. Right. It was one of the largest truckload pickups of multiple things from Chicago back. But this was part of that, and there was a few pieces of art that were a nice nice cherry on top of the deal, and this is one of them. This and the next one, I believe the next one were two great Kirby pages that this person had. Yeah.
So just everyone out there don't lose sight of the fact that Kelly will travel wherever he has to and pick the art up in person. Any day of the week, any hour of the day.
Do you want to give him my personal cell phone number while you're at it? You know,
Sure. Yeah, 717.
You know he'll drive in the middle of winter for an art show.
I have. Oh, I mean, if I'm driving to Florida in January, that was so nice. I mean, in its own way of like leaving, 20-degree weather to drive down to 80 to 60-degree weather was a nice transition. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're in February now, so we're expecting at least 80-degree weather, maybe 75, but we'll take anything that's not cold.
Yeah. So I welcome that for sure. Yeah.
So then you got a great Thor page here. This was from issue 142. Went for just under 12. I like this one, of course.
If I'm not mistaken, this was Alex's favorite piece in the auction, art-wise.
Yeah. Love it. Love Thor. Love Kirby. And this is just a fantastic 4-panel page. I thought this was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, when Kelly gets back, usually we kind of go over things, or he'll run things by me, and when we looked at the collection initially through emails, the Fantastic Four was shown. The Thor wasn't, and Kelly gets back, and he's busy, and he goes, and I don't even see this page. And Todd came up to my office to go over pricing, because originally we had this one estimate down, and he said, I think this is better than that. And I was stunned. I was like, where did this come from? And I explained the whole thing. And so, as soon as I saw it, I loved it. And then we made it the same estimate as the Fantastic Four. And during the auction, they were kind of going back and forth. And then in the end, Fantastic Four went out by a little bit. But both are great Kirby's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, this is an awesome battle page. Super Skrull's awesome. What's not to like about it? I'm a Thor fan, so yeah.
Well, there's no Captain America on it, so I guess Sean's out. So.
and Alberto wasn't bidding on it either because there's no Captain America on it. But no, fantastic piece, and I'm sure the buyer is thrilled.
I hope so.
Now we have another piece by Kirby. This is a Journey in the Mystery 63 page, and it went for
10,000.
10,700.
Yeah, it's Kirby and Ditko.
Oh, that's right. Oh, we were. Yeah, this is such a nice page.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, the inks are so strong on here. Thanks to Ditko.
Yeah, I like the early Journey. Just the other oddball story art. Yeah,
monster stuff, and it's just all cool. Yeah.
And
it's
the same. It's an awesome page. Just an awesome page. I think this was. I forget if this was shown to me before I got to the house. It's the same. If this was shown,
you called me in your office, and this one page we looked at. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't a surprise. Yeah, it's a nice page. All right, I don't know how long Ditko was inking at that time. I don't know if he was inking. He must have been inking and penciling at the same time, or just inking. I don't know. But definitely early.
Is it 1960? Is that what it says? Yeah. All right. So next up, we have a Perez, and this was the title page. Let's go ahead and open this one up from Fantastic Four Annual 15, and it went for 9,700, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, saw Alex on this one.
Yeah. A long-time customer that had consigned many years ago and came back out of the blue and had this page, and actually got to us too late. And I say that in that we had the art section laid out, but we just thought the timing was right. We wanted to display it at San Diego, the movies coming out. So we shuffled some things around and made it work. But this literally was the last piece put in the auction.
Yeah. And it's not always easy to do. So we will do it for the right piece to figure it out, to get it in when, deadlines are deadlines. I mean, we can bump things around and move them if we have to, but we try our best to say when things need to happen, because a print catalog is a print catalog. Once that print happens, that's it.
It was easy for me because I didn't have to do it. Todd did. So I said, make it happen. So he did.
Well, that's why Todd makes, the big bucks, and you make all the big decisions, Alex.
Right.
Sure.
It pays to be in charge sometimes.
Oh, yeah, every day.
But obviously, great page.
Yes.
Early Perez, nice to see. Get Franklin on there too, like Marcus screams. So no, that's a good one. And then let's see, last page was a strip. This is from Remedios Senior. Went for 8,000.
Yeah, 8,000.
What year was the strip from? 1980.
Yeah, so this is more from the Gary Guzzo collection we've been selling, and we've done, I don't know, probably about 20 of these so far. This is the second most any brought. I think we have one that cracked 10, but this one comes in second. So and we got others in the 2,000 to 6,000 range. It all depends on the content and who was bidding at that auction. So this one surprised us a little bit, but it's still a great strip. Spidey's in 3 panels, and if you like these, we will have 2 more in the $9.99 auction that's coming up, and then I think our final 4 will be in November.
Yeah,
and that'll be it from the Guzzo run.
Well, yeah, this is a great one. I mean, I love the pose with Spidey in the last panel. You can't go wrong, and you get Mary Jane as well. So a desirable strip page for sure.
I think Mary Jane helped this one go up a little more than the others.
She does tend to, goose the prices up just a little.
Yeah. But the secretary did. I'm sorry. It had to be a secretary.
Poor Sean. We're gonna, if Sean does make it to OAX, we're gonna make him a T-shirt that says, Lois was a secretary or whatever that. What it was?
The secretary made me do it.
The secretary made me do it. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, he would have a good time if he came down, and we would have a lot of fun.
He would. Yeah. Well, we're gonna try. He's not a big fan of flying. Sorry if I'm outing you there, Sean. So, but I think we'll have to.
You could drive Berkey's art down from Ohio. Yeah. That's what they can work out a deal like that.
We talked about it, and we'll see where he's at with whatever's going on in his life, and hopefully we can get him there in some way or capacity. Hakes will be there, right, Alex? Is that definitely the plan? I mean,
you broke up. What'd you say?
In some way or capacity, we will be there. Is that right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even if we have to send our B team, but we try to avoid that if at all possible.
Yeah. Well, we'll take what we can get as long as Hakes is represented.
Yes.
And we're working. We'll be in touch about all that stuff soon. By the way, we're finally getting that. August is where we're getting. It's kind of our reset point, since are we just under? Well, it'll be 6 months from the bill in a week. Yeah, like in 2 weeks, it'll be 6 months from the OX, the midpoint. So yeah, we're excited. I hope everybody else is too, and it'll be great to have you back. Hopefully, you'll bring some cool art again, like last time.
We would love to. That's that's why we're here now. People, we can talk about art that we can hold to promote at that show, promote in New York, promote at different places. So talk to us. We'd love to see what we can do. And that's the timing of that is a great timing for us to promote for our March auction. I mean, we'll have everything will be finalized by then, and that'll be our only the real objective is to promote the art that we have, take consignments for future auctions. Yeah.
But let's not sleep on November though. So if you are looking to sell art now and before, next year, we'll be taking consignments for the next month or so for the November auction, which again will be displayed at New York Comic Con. So reach out to Kelly or myself or Sean and see what Hakes can do for you.
Surely.
Fantastic.
There's one last thing for CJ, who had a Tom Petty reference. Now, you're on point tonight, my man.
Oh man, well, that's a good spot to transition from. But listen, guys, so consignment wise, what's with the next big auction? I mean, they've got a few months planned.
About a month and a half. I would say
mid-September
mid-September is. a good deadline. But we should
What's
talk
the Alex Winter deadline to get into the catalog?
Well, that would be tomorrow.
Mid-September. Yeah.
No, seriously, the earlier we have it, the earlier we can promote. If people
Oh no,
watch,
I get it.
what we do on social media and the videos we do, and that helps everyone. At the same time, if a good page shows up after we've already numbered the comic art section, you know what we do as well. But get it to us early. That's always better.
Right.
Here. All right, guys. Well, listen, say hi to Todd and Sean. If you want to. How often you get to talk to them, but it's always fun getting to hang out with you guys. And I know that we'll probably be doing another one of these in a few months. But if you need anything in the interim, to let me know. And definitely with Magic the Gathering one, we should do a custom consignment email, or at least
Yeah, I'm going to start the promotion of that auction soon, with the idea of promoting the auction itself and wanting more consignments for it. So that will happen probably next week, actually, to get started on that. Yeah, I was away too. You were away, and now we're all getting caught up. So things are crazy.
Just a big thank you to you, as always, Bill, for everything you do, not only for Hakes but the entire art community.
Absolutely,
it's greatly appreciated, and I love seeing when we have pieces in our auction to then go into the gallery. I'm an art collector myself, and that makes me happy when we can make this connection and put a piece of art in someone's hands who appreciates it as much as we do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you, Bill. Yeah,
I'm here to serve. So, as is everybody here at CAF. But all right, guys, listen. We'll be talking. But thanks for doing this. It's always fun to see where the pieces end up. And we'll be talking again soon.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
See you guys. All right. So I saw in the chat that Carl did correct his hammerless state. He is now he's a new member now. So whatever color hammer that Carl had, what probably was a 6-month hammer. I don't know. I forget the colors on those, but whatever color that is, he's been reset back to a new member color, which I don't know what it is because it doesn't show me here in the studio. But I'm glad you were able to work that out, Carl. I didn't want to have to do tech support during a CAF update. But yeah, all right. So, but outside of that, I was trying to follow the chat a little bit, but I don't know what the toenail thing is. I probably don't want. Oh no, the toenail thing. Oh my God, I blocked that whole thing out of my mind from last week. Holy mackerel. Oh, see now while I was talking to Hakes, I was able to not think about it. But now it's, oh man. Now I can't not think about poor Bob Layton and his toe. Oh well. All right, let's move on to something else that isn't toenail related. Hey, Nick Forst. See, Nick Forst. If you didn't see his interview on Tuesday, tune in, go back and watch it. It was a lot of fun. He brought a lot of Cyclops artwork, but the majority of the artists we hadn't talked about before. So always good. But remember I mentioned the Dan Goodwin unboxing. Now, I ended up trimming off the end of it, but the last box he opened was from Anthony Snyder, and I ran out of time to edit it. So when I post the final video to YouTube, probably it won't be tomorrow, it'll probably be on Saturday. It will have the end segment that has the unboxing of Anthony's stuff, but you want to see you'll see a lot of great artwork without getting to see Anthony's stuff. But Dan's regular in the chat, as everybody knows. He's been buying on a lot of the sales shows that we've done, and so some of the artwork that you're going to see was stuff that was either from a mystery sketch or from one of our live stream sales, and he talks about some of the other purchases he made and why as part of this this unboxing video. So here, I'll go ahead and play this, and then I'm going to go grab myself another Zevia. So I'll be right back.
All right, everybody, listen. Dan Goodwin has been sitting on 17 artworks. So we've got the biggest unboxing that we're ever going to have on the channel right now. And there's mystery sketches in here. There's pickups from what Anthony's wearing.
Anthony, yep, some jiggy stuff, some TD art stuff, some comic books. Yeah.
And what are the comics from?
On the Fly Comics, publisher out of Washington State.
So it's indie?
Indie comics, definitely. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, let's, what are we going to cut into first? Do you have an order or preference here?
I do not, but we will figure it out.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Well, let's get started.
All right, so this one's essential sequential.
Yep.
All right, so this one's essential sequential. All right, so this one's essential. This one's essential sequential. All right, so 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 this
right, let's see.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Okay, let me try to take this out without looking at that other one behind it. Eric Canetti, Silver Surfer. A lot of people talked about this, the way the board went and this negative space here. I love that. Especially if you have a sketch card, it might be nice to frame that with a sketch card there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I remember the Canetti interview we were talking about. Do people like to see the process and all that? I love that, and it's on display there.
Yeah, same here, and that's why you saw I unboxed the Cyclops piece the other day, and I love it. I love seeing the pencil stuff on there. It wouldn't be the same piece if he erased all that.
Yeah.
And you get the prelim on the back.
Wow. I love it.
That is a good one.
And oh man, I'm not a big Spidey fan, but that is amazing.
Now, is that a pre-done piece that you saw and picked up, or did you commission him?
Yeah, I think you showed this on the show.
It looks familiar.
Yeah.
That's why, I'm sorry, yeah. Yeah. That's a great piece.
Man, it's beautiful. I've already seen this. You showed this on the show. So, I know that team. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate you putting all this together, actually. You know, this is my introduction to art collecting is basically through you, so this is amazing. So,
Wow.
got Mannix? Finally, I do.
Wow. Yeah, that one came out really nice. I was impressed by that one. I mean, the way Jiggy handles the mystery sketch assignments, the artists get to pick which characters they want to do. So that way, you kind of are guaranteed you're going to get a nice piece because the artist is excited to work on it. And
Right.
There it is. It's,
So Mannix said, yeah, I want to do this.
I want to do Spider-Man.
Oh,
And
the extra
you
card.
get an extra card. Yeah. There we go. Sweet.
That's awesome. It's so tiny to be able to do all that. So tiny.
Yeah, I had no idea what we were going to get, from these mystery sketches, but everybody did such a good job.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you, Mannix. All right, so we got Sinister Six. That is Elvin Chang. Lady Death. Oh, look at that. Wow. Lady Death is
That's the
Lan Medina.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Goblin
Man, that's such
Queen.
good work.
Jethro. Oh, yeah, right there. And then, oh, yeah, the JP, Gigzilla. Wow, look at that. But this is a piece, a pinup for my comic, my self-published comic. Looks like I got a bunch of stickers and everything, but wow. It's hard to see. It is a graffiti artist though, so you got to keep in mind graffiti is a little bit confusing to those, that are new to it.
Well, especially in just line art like this piece, but
Yeah.
it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's my main character. He's a dog guy. We see him here, his arm coming down, holding a knife. Yeah, he's got Sundays in Space, the name on my comic there, but beautiful. I love it. All right, next up, 2D art, Tatiana. You can see the sketch card there.
The infamous sketch card.
I like the way Cosra put it the best. 4-finger discount. All right, Ghost Rider, 1944. I'm not familiar with this book, but I love the image. Storm, right? You got a Storm piece. Very beautiful.
Mohawk Storm, in fact. Nothing wrong with that. That's great.
And then I got this little Wolverine Hulk. Throwing a beer can at his head. We're not done yet, bub. Love that. That's great. So I got this mystery sketch card from Jason and Spiral. And Tatiana caught that she had 5 fingers. Now that wouldn't have mattered to me. Like I was telling you earlier, Bill, I was more interested in how different artists portrayed the 6 arms. Mm-hmm. But that didn't sit right with Jason, so he decided to do another piece for me, which is this. And wow, that's amazing.
And he made a point of even highlighting the hand inside a circle. You cannot miss that.
So besides seeing how her arms, I wanted to see how her arms are portrayed by different artists. Also her magic, the way that she, does her magic, and using that to highlight, to point it out, but also to see it there. I love that too.
Yeah, the lighting on this one's really nice. I love the highlights, on her leg, up to her arm, on the mask and everything. That's great.
That's so good. Everything here is perfect, Jason. I really appreciate it, man. Great work. I'm going to keep an eye on you for a long time, I'll tell you that.
There you go. It was a very nice gesture. It's something that obviously Dan would have been happy with the piece as it was. Jason Krager decided to go all out and do a full 9x12 painted piece, and so congrats to Dan for getting that. And Jason's a great guy. I've got a few pieces of his art from Tatiana. I think one through a mystery sketch as well. And I've always loved his work, and that was a great haul. We ended up having to trim off the stuff that he got from Anthony, but that will be included in the final drop. But sorry it took so long, Dan. I think I was sitting on that video for about 5 weeks without editing it together, but we finally got it done. And Dan's got more art. I picked up a bunch of stuff for him at San Diego, about another 8 or 10 pieces. So it won't be an unboxing, but we have to meet up sometime soon so that we can get you the haul. Some more Next comic art pieces and some stuff that he picked up from Mike Berkey, actually, at one of his recent sales. So there you go. Yeah. And remember, everybody, unboxings are fun. Everybody's doing them on YouTube now. Newell's posted a few. We've had some fun ones with Nick Forst, and I've seen a few other ones on Facebook here or there. But anybody wants to do an unboxing, you can shoot us a video. Certainly weekly flips. I got an email from somebody who I'm really, really interested to see what they would put in a flip, because they are more of an illustration art collector, more painted artwork. So maybe it'll be kind of a combination flip / calf cribs video, but I don't know if we'll have that for next week or not. But just getting the email from them, I was pretty excited to know that they were interested in showing off some stuff from their collection that we might not get to see on calf, but we'll get to see it in a weekly flip. So there we go. Stingray, not on YouTube yet. Yeah, yeah, you can do it, Newell. We know that. So I didn't write about it because I didn't know I had it when I sent the email, but I did get a package in the mail today. And I can't tell you the backstory on the reason why I got this package, but it did come to me from Metropolis Collectibles. Now, when they told me where they were going to send me this thing, I said, you gotta, at the very least, put a piece of art in it. Obviously it's nothing big here. And my request was that somebody from the team at Metropolis had to do the drawing. So let me see here. I thought I cut it open enough, but I guess I did not. So let's see. I believe Micah is going to be the artist of this piece. Ah, That's awesome. Okay, well, so this is the only thing that's in the box, but here it is. It's a Thor, and it says, "This drawing doth stink." Signed by Micah, right there. I'm not going to zoom in on it, but you get the idea. So I'll make sure I put a scan. I'll scan it so it's clear and legible. I'll put it up in my CAF gallery. So thank you, Micah. It does stink. I'm kidding. All right, so there we go. Another post-it note for my desk, but I won't throw that one out when I'm through with it. It was great work. I knew Micah had it in him, but thank you, Micah. I was just emailing with him before the show too. I'll have to email him afterwards, thanking him for that one. So what else we got going on here? There's actually a CAF meetup that's coming up this Sunday at Fan Expo Boston, and I've got a link here. I can throw it in the chat. It was in the mailing as well. If you didn't see the mailing, but there is the link with more information about the meetup. So it's being organized by Mr. DiTullio and Mr. Sardo, and you will also see Colin. He'll be there, and that is so 3 people from the CAF team. Always awesome to be able to get out. They will be meeting at Simone DeMio's table, and I don't know if the number must be in the description, but I think we're going to put a mailing out for it before the meetup happens, probably on Saturday. I'll send something out, and reminders will probably go out in the CAF email updates as well. But if you're in the Boston area and you're going to Fan Expo Boston, we would encourage you to go over there. I know that they're going to have some stuff to give away, some CAF merch while supplies last. So yeah. So definitely say hey to Matt, or to the Matts squared, I guess that would be, and to Colin, and let them, give them a high five, and maybe while you're there, check out what DeMio has for sale. So, but expect to see the CAF teams out there more and more often. We want to be able to, even if we're not there, hey, if you want to do a CAF meetup, let us know. We could probably, help you with some swag for an event, whether you're doing it at a show or you're doing it, as an organized meetup at somebody's house or whatever. Reach out. We'll be happy to do anything we can to encourage those sorts of things. They're great for the hobby, and it's always great to connect with local collectors. And when CAF can facilitate some of those, we like to participate. Marcus, I didn't bring you any CAF merch. You made CAF merch for us with those stickers that I don't seem to have in front of me right now. But yeah, don't be. Now I know I can't go to San Diego or any show that Marcus is going to be at, which will only be San Diego, without some merch in hand. Hey, don't we get swag for our? I don't remember. Well, anyway, either way, we're here to help. Just let us know when you're going to do one. And let's see, what is this? Marvelously Sketchful. They're asking if we'll be doing anything at New York City Comic Con. I know that some of the team will be there. I'm not planning on being there myself, but I know that Kazra will be there, and I'm sure Matt DiTullio will be there. Maybe Sardo as well. I don't know about Colin. Hard to say, but either way, there'll definitely be some CAF related things happening there. At least during show hours on the floor. But there you go. You definitely need CAF swag the next time you and Flanders do the meetup in Chicago, Chris. So apologies if we didn't send any. We definitely need to correct that. Carl Choi will be in New York Comic Con. This is one of his favorites. Awesome. So see, I'm getting to scratch all this stuff off my list, but let me talk about the schedule since I was mentioning the meetup this weekend. I've got my new slide here all updated, and I even put the CAF meetup on there. Look at that. So that will be on Sunday, and Kazra and I will actually be at Animate Orlando on Sunday. We've got just wanted to check out the show there. They've got a lot of animation art. Then of course there's going to be a lot of manga and anime related stuff, cartoon related stuff. So that's happening right in downtown Orlando. So that's what we're doing on Sunday. But the rest of the team, sans Tatiana, will be in Boston. So that's this weekend. Then I'll have Mike Broder from GalaxyCon as my interview subject on Tuesday evening. He's a big art collector as well as the owner of that show. Then the following week, well, I should say, I will be doing an art drop with Anthony on Wednesday. That sketchbook that he picked up in San Diego, the one that has all the crazy vintage drawings in it, he's going to be having that. The items in that, since the whole sketchbook has almost fallen apart at this point, he'll be offering those pieces up for sale next Wednesday. Now I'll have Sarah Jane from Heritage on for a pulp and paper illustration auction preview on the 18th. We've got another all access art episode with Tatiana. I've got Phil Hester with me on the 19th. We for not for an art sale, that'll be a collector interview, but we will be kicking off the pre-OAX season with that show. So I hope everybody tunes in. Kevin's and he's a great artist, and he has an amazing art collection. If you haven't checked out his CAF gallery, if you don't follow it as a premium member, you definitely should, because Kevin, he doesn't post as often these days as he did early on, but anything he puts in his CAF gallery is really nice. We got Collector Cash episode coming up. I've got Roland Benton, the guy who posts the most artwork on CAF every single year, will be with me at the end of the month. I've got an art sale with Matt on a Wednesday on the 27th of August. What else we got on here? I've got Dexter Vines on an art sale. I've got Kevin Nolan on the 23rd. I skipped that. I should have mentioned that, because Kevin shipped me his art today. We had a phone call and yesterday, and he told me that he didn't have enough time to do any special drawings. So everything that he's shipping me is his artwork from the last days of Lex Luthor. So I actually contacted Brian Hitch and asked him if he could join us, and he's not available that day. So I've now reached out to Mark Wade to see if maybe he might join us for the interview portion of that show. I hope he's available, because that'd make it a lot of fun, especially since the only artwork that we're gonna have available will be the artwork from that book. But it'll always be fun. Kevin's a true pleasure to talk with, and we've had him on the show a few times, so I'm really looking forward to that. And if we can get Wade to be in part of it, it'll be even better. We'll see. Fingers crossed, but no promises. So like I said, I got Dexter Vines in September. Brian Hitch will be doing an art drop. He's going crazy in between working on his book, and he's been putting together these commission style pieces, and they are freaking unbelievable. So it's basically a lot of pre-done commissions, and we'll have some published stuff that we haven't released before. So that'll be on the 13th. Then we have the Del Toro signature auction preview with Joe Maddalena. That should be interesting. No word if Del Toro will be joining us. Probably not, but I did ask, so it never hurts to ask. And then we'll have art sales with Koi Fam, and then later in the month of September, Tatiana will be back for a Spider-Man sketch card sale, which will be fun. We had a lot of fun doing the Superman one, last month, right? So yeah, busy schedule coming up. That's what he's always kind of working on red coat stuff, Carl. But the commission stuff, I mean, I could have pulled. He emailed me the pieces. He did this incredible storm piece, John Byrne era storm costume, and it's unbelievable. Then Wolverine, and you name it, he does it, and they're all like almost full backgrounds on all the pieces that I saw. So yeah, it's pretty killer stuff. I don't know what Jason is saying fudge to, but either way, thank you, Rich Donnelly, for being the 40th like on the show. Oh, he's been showing them. Awesome, Chuck. Yeah, he's like going to town on it, and he's having a good time. I mean, you figure he was probably jonesing, right, from the time he worked on one of the last books he did was the pencils on that Superman book, and that was over a year ago. So he hasn't been able to work on any mainstream characters, since that time. And yeah, he's having a good time doing it. But yeah, we will have them. I think he's told me maybe like 20 pieces of that. So I don't know how much published stuff we'll be able to offer for sale too. But yeah, more news on that as the dates get closer. The chicken video. Why don't I show that? This is a good opportunity for me to show the chicken video. It's nothing special, everybody, but you've been asking for it. You've been wondering what they look like, and they're adorable, and they're not food. Just remember that they are not. But I got a little bit of video from when I picked them up at the post office. I could tell that the postman was not pleased, but apparently here in Central Florida, he's used to handling chickens, so he was a good sport, letting me videotape him. And yeah, so here, let me fire this one off.
Early baby chicks. Oh, I heard a peep.
I can hear him making a little bit of noise. It's like a castle I put him in. Yeah, look at how they're crowding each other. Looks like some chicks are happy to see me. Oh, well, I wish I had more video. I mean, I do have more video, but I didn't have more time to put the video together. Anyway, there they are. Do they have names? The girls always went with Harry Potter names. You know, it's the biggest one was Dumbledore, and he in fact is a rooster. All the rest are hens, and we ordered 8. They shipped us 9, and I'm sure the 9th one was that rooster because we only wanted hens. So it is what it is, but they're supposed to be laying eggs anytime soon. So every time I go out there, I kind of look around because they don't have a place to lay their eggs yet. You're supposed to like wait until they do, and then you open up the roosting box and stuff so they can actually lay the eggs. So I don't know. I'm learning slowly, but yeah, I go from mini golf to nothing to a father of 9. But yeah, we love them. They're not quite they're not normal pets. Let's put it that way. But they're trainable. Believe it or not, I've they come when you call. You can see that. At any rate, there they go. So we'll maybe Casper keeps sending me these fun chicken videos of clothing on chickens. So maybe at some point we'll come up with team jerseys or something for them and set them loose on the out in the backyard. They're not free ranging yet, but they will be soon because they're too big to kind of just sit in there all day. It's been too hot, but I think by the end of this month, I'm going to let them out and keep an eye on them and let them free range a little bit and see how they do in the yard. But they're always hungry. They are always hungry. That's the weird thing. Coyotes salivating. Yeah, they probably are. It's they're probably waiting for the day for them to run around out there. But either way, there you go. Chickens are interesting to have. But the kind of cool thing, at least for me, it gives me a reason to be away from my desk for 30 minutes a day where I have to do something out there with them, feed them or clean something or get them change their water because they poop in it. Yeah, it's like having babies all over again, and 9 of them. Anyway, there you go. Yes, I will be watching out for the predators though, Hydra. That's a given. So it's actually kind of better to have the rooster because apparently when they're out in the yard, the rooster alerts the hens when there's a predator. Apparently the neighbor who has chicken, she says usually like once every 6 months she hears a squawk and goes out there and there's just a pile of feathers because a hawk will come down and take one. So the anticipation is that we won't have 9 chickens this time next year, but you never know. So boy, Marcus, you are an astute man. Thank you for that observation. I didn't even think about that. Maybe they're just trying to follow my lead. I don't know. Anyway, next up, Page I Love segment. We have Kevin Sharp delivering once again. He's always busy getting these together, and audio quality is always getting better. Thank you, Kevin, for always taking the time to put these things together for us. We appreciate it. They're always a lot of fun to be able to play for everybody. And I've got, did I get it all queued up? Yeah, I got it in there. I was just making sure I hadn't forgotten about it. But the interesting thing was, this is from from issue 201 of Uncanny, where it's the Who Will Lead Them issue, where Cyclops and Mohawk Storm battle it out. So I wasn't sure if somebody rigged that or not. Unfortunately, this isn't a battle page where Cyclops loses or anything like that. It's more of a quiet moment page. But I'll let Clayton tell you why he picked this one.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to A Page I Love. This is Kevin Sharp. Today, I'm joined by artist Clayton Henry to talk about a page from Uncanny X-Men. Clayton, welcome to CAF Plus channel and comic art fans. We're happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me, Kevin.
Before we get started, could you introduce to the viewers the book what we're talking about and the art team?
My favorite page is from Uncanny X-Men 201, and it is drawn by Rick Leonardi and inked by Whilce Portacio. And it's known as the first appearance. The issue is known as the first appearance of Cable as an infant.
When this book came out, were you a regular X-Men reader at the time?
Sort of, if you count basically just going through my cousin's pile of comic books and whatever he had, well, then I saw it. Reading, I don't know if I read them. This one I did, but most of them, no, because I was always into comics for the artwork. That's why I was interested. So but this one really stood out to me because Rick Leonardi's style was so different from other artists at the time, especially when Whilce Portacio inked them on this one.
Well, what's interesting about the page that you've chosen, as we're talking now, the viewers will see it on the screen. You've chosen kind of a quiet, quote unquote, character page out of the issue. So can you talk to us about what is it that resonates with you about this particular one?
Well, first of all, it's way harder doing quiet dialogue scenes than action scenes. Anybody that's listening, if there's an aspiring artist that's listening, you drawing somebody that's throwing a punch, we can all do that. Everybody can do that. Can you make a scene seem sad that's supposed to be sad, or add drama to it, add, tension between characters when they're not fighting? This page has all of that. And that's why I like it. I thought of maybe including or talking about pages from Jim Lee's X-Men #1, for example. There were a couple of cool, double page splashes, single page splashes in that one. I thought about it, but then I thought, all right, but why? Just because it looks cool. And then I thought, oh, you know what? There's only one page that I can think of where I've done a deliberate homage to in my artwork. This one here, the reason why I picked this page from this issue is because this was the book that made me want to become a comic book artist.
As you look at it now, kind of with quote unquote fresh eyes, what stands out to you about the storytelling on this particular page?
Scott and Madeline Pryor actually were having an argument before Storm walked in. They're up in a loft at the X Mansion. And so the tension had been building between them, and they're at a moment where they're sort of pausing on those first two panels at the top left. And it's really one panel that Rick broke up into two. And I like that layout because it's like, okay, if it was a single panel, you'd have a moment of pause, dramatic pause. But putting that gutter between them, now that extends the dramatic pause. It makes it seem like it's lasting longer, even though it's one picture he drew. it seems like it's lasting longer. Like now it's lasting for 2 panels, you know? So there's more of a passage of time there. And I like the camera angles. Look how they switch it. You will go from overhead. And then the panel 4, which is directly underneath those two, now it's slightly angled up a little bit more. And then the panel under that one, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now we're even more of a worm's eye view there. Then the finishing off with the last panel, like, okay, I mean, that looks like the end of a conversation. Everybody's leaving Madeline alone. We see the progression, or granted, this is like the second half of the argument if you look at the page before this, but you can definitely see that Storm has interrupted some. If you had no words here, you'd know that Storm interrupted a moment. And whatever that moment is at the last panel, we see how it has affected Madeline. And she's being left alone, you know, with her thoughts.
So I have to hit you with the question for all guests, which is, I won't ask if you own this page, although you could surprise us and say yes.
I own no pages.
Okay. I was going to say, do you own any Rick Leonardi original art of any kind?
I do not know. I've met him. Nice guy. He's the reason why he is one of the he and Will Spartaccio are the reason I became a comic book artist. You know, 2 big reasons because of this issue, which always makes me wonder. Because I don't know if they ever worked together again after this or before this. So even though I love it, I love the art in this, I wonder if Rick liked it. You know, if you were to ask him, maybe he'd be like, no, I didn't like the way his inks looked over my work. Maybe, but I mean, to me, it was great. And I never saw his work look like this again. I saw Rick's work after this, and I still loved his work. But to me, this was it.
Well, what's interesting, we've been able to talk about X-Men a few times on this show. Mm-hmm. I don't think that Leonardi is necessarily the first name that comes to people's minds when you think X-Men, popular X-Men artists. So It's a really interesting pick on your part and a chance for us to look at something that we might not think of otherwise.
Yeah, and he did a bunch of X-Men issues before he went on to Cloak and Dagger and X-Men 2099. I mean, you know, he's known for his X-Men work is not his most popular for, I don't know, for whatever reason. But I'm glad he did this. You know, if I hadn't seen this, that I don't know how that would have affected my life.
Why don't we switch over to your work now? Please let the viewers know what you have out now or have coming out in the near future that we could be on the lookout for.
Well, if you want to see my latest work, since Superman is hot stuff right now, I had a year-long run. Well, it took me over a year to work on it on Action Comics. So the latest trade from me and Mark Waid, it's called Phantoms. That's out. That only came out just right before the movie came out, actually. And I'm currently working on Justice League Red for DC Comics, which comes out August 20th.
Clayton, I want to thank you again for taking the time to join us. And I know we have a lot of X-Men fans in the audience, so I'm sure they're all delighted whenever artist mentions an X-Men book.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Man, the conversation in the chat. It's just so fun, man. Scott is knocking up everybody. They all breed. Colossus is unwanted kids in the Savage Land. Chris Snork says he's got some unwanted kids there too, I guess. But come on, I mean, it's like it's a soap opera. That's why we all love the X-Men. I mean, isn't that true? I mean, you like the battles and everything and the villains and all that, but it's the drama, it's the relationships, and all of Scott's relationships that make him a key figure for me. So without further ado, Chris Snork is in the green room, ready to come in. He's not shooting any blanks tonight. Hey, Chris. What's new, man?
How are you?
Oh, I'm hanging in there. It's been a busy. Well, you know, the family's gone. I didn't tell anybody that they're in Anaheim. They're playing Pokemon. The World Championships is what's coming up for them. So they're taking a few days off and then playing for the gold, I guess.
Okay.
It'd be nice if Ashton would win one of these and bring home some big bucks. I think the winner gets like 20 grand.
Yikes.
I know. I think even like He'd make some good money even if he came in 5th place. So I'll take that. But 20 grand would be a lot better.
You get a Cockrum X-Men page with that.
Maybe not the best one, but you could get a good one.
Get a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about what. Yeah. No. But yeah. Well, I can't get a Burn X-Men page though.
No.
Maybe from Hidden Years. Well, maybe 2 from Hidden Years.
Yeah.
2 good ones from Hidden Years. What's all this? Man, Jason is full of it this evening. Have you noticed that?
He is. I was goading him a little bit though, too, to be fair.
I know, I saw that. Well, Marcus told him he could poop in his fish tank, and I mean, everybody seems to be goading Jason. He just asks for it.
He does. He's a magnet.
He definitely is. So what's new with you? I know that you've been looking at buying stuff. But have you gotten anything?
I got something which I was hoping to be able to unbox during the update tonight, but it did not show up. FedEx stoned me today, so yeah. I'll have that tomorrow. I do have an important pickup from San Diego, which is I added an Ulan to my collection.
Oh my, that's awesome.
Right? She nailed the proportions, I have to say. And he has no neck, which I'm also a big fan of. That head is just perched on his body. Byrne taught us that, if nothing else. Yeah, she nailed it. She's already playing with type, which is good to see.
It's beautiful. Yeah, Ulan is going to be following in her father's footsteps, I think.
Absolutely. It's even on good paper.
Well, they're not going to teach her the wrong way to do something. But you know what? I had picked up something from Ulan thanks to Lance. Lance got this thing for me. So I meant to put it in my calf gallery. I even scanned it and I didn't do it. So I will show off the one that I got. Here, let's
go.
Be a full screen. And there we go.
There you go. Rainbow awesome? Bridge, everything.
Yeah, Asgard's looking like a little bit like a TP, but that is all right.
I think that's a mountain, Bill.
Is that a mountain?
I think that's a mountain. I hope that's a mountain.
It's not a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but Ulan did a fantastic job on this. And I mean, look at that. The colors on this thing are wonderful.
Yeah.
So come on, just like her dad, sharp with the colors. Love it. Absolutely. Thank you, Lance, for that. But you're right. I didn't even really get a chance to look at the paper, but it looks like she was doing some design work on the back.
I didn't look at the back.
Yeah.
Oh no, blank back. Darn.
I got you there. But yeah, no, she's fantastic.
When these are at Heritage in 25 years, yours will go for more because it's got something on the back.
But there you go. Yeah. Now, Marcus, you are wrong there. She has not been there 3 times because we've only had 2 of them. So that's not true yet. It could be true by February, though. Mannix is coming back, and I would assume his family is coming with him.
One would expect. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, that's awesome. Well, I take it we're not gonna. Well, you're not gonna be on next week because Tim Guerrero is going to be my guest art selector next week. So you're not going to wait 2 weeks to open this FedEx package, right?
No, you'll see it on CAF.
All right. Hey, all right. I'm okay with that.
Maybe I'll see if I can pick up something between now and then.
Save it for. Yeah, I get it. But that was pretty good unboxing from Dan, wasn't it?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, and the speed up on the knife was terrifying, but welcome.
Yeah. When he pulled, I had like a little blade for him, and he's like, "Oh, I don't need that. I got this." Mm-hmm. I'm like, "All right, man, you came prepared."
Yeah.
So. Yeah, he's a collector of knives, I guess. But a ROM would be cool from Ulan. Well, you know what, Tom, you can request that of her at OAX probably in February. I bet she would draw one for you. Maybe even a lady ROM.
I bet they like keeping her busy.
Yeah. That's Maybe that's why my mom always gave me something to draw. Mm-hmm. It's like put Bill in the corner and let him work on a drawing so he could show that off. He had to be quiet for 20 minutes. Yes, Tim Guerrero. It's always a wise thing to start early if you can, or you'll be. As you know, the funny thing was when Newell did his picks last week, the Monday we were talking, he said is there a date range filter on like the new art page? And I'm like, no. He goes, request noted. And
Yeah.
I thought, that's really not a bad idea. I mean, if somebody goes away for a couple days, comes back, only wants to look at 2 days that they missed. So
I would be the chief consumer. I would use the hell out of that feature.
Yep, exactly.
If I do it right, though, you can do only art added in the last 7 days already.
Right.
Like that's a canned, so that works. But you have to be doing it on Monday.
Exactly. So it's so a date range filter would be nice. And I actually have a post-it note on my monitor because I meant to add it to my wish list of things to add one day. But it makes sense. I mean, come on, everything has a date range filter, so why shouldn't that? So we can work it into it. Let's see here. What somebody's talking about X-Men art available. Whenever Jason asks what art, the idea that he's even doing that publicly is a
no. Marcus is saying that Ulan doesn't repeat characters. So Jason wants to know which one she has not done yet.
I see. I bet you she hasn't done Cyclops yet, Jason.
I'm trying to think if I think I have seen a Cyclops.
Oh, well, I didn't get that one. That's all right. I got a Thor. I'll take that. Yeah. Stingray's full of great ideas. Well, you have an IT background, Stingray, so I get it. Plus, picking new art is hard, so I get that as well. I'll text. Yeah, good. That's what you need to do. Lance has the line on Ulan, Mannix, Travis, you name it.
Absolutely.
Lance is the man.
Yep.
Nick Force says Cyclops is his first. He's already emailed Jiggy.
It's gonna get heated.
Oh man! All right, Nick. Well, Psych is all yours. That's you've bested me in the Cyclops art department. After did you see the interview?
Storm. He's ironically the Storm in this duel.
Mm-hmm. That is true. That is so true. So anything else new before we get this thing rocking and rolling?
I don't think so. No, right. I think we should just get after it.
All right, that sounds good. I will let's see, what should we queue up for? We'll go with the heritage stuff. So I will just say this right now. I have not gone through a heritage, and I didn't even get through the whole thing. And and I don't normally say this. I love saying when there's stinkers. There is so much good art, and not like $10,000 good art pages. There's just everything is really good. It was kind of hard to go through. I mean, and I only went through like maybe 160 pieces to get my 10, and I could have had like 25 or 30 easy. There's that much good stuff, and
I love hearing that.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing, because maybe there'll be some deals, because there's just too many good things, too many rare things. I actually bid on 3 different things, and I didn't pick them either. And they weren't even like pieces I felt. Yeah, I'm learning, but they weren't like the best of the best, but they were pieces I'm like, I've always wanted something by that artist.
Oh, that's great.
And it's like, it's not the thing that I'm used to seeing them do, but I like that page, and so there was just a ton of that.
I think I might have a T-shirt idea. It should say "Don't cox yourself."
Yeah, that's a different way of putting it, right?
Yep.
I like that. Yeah, no, I've done enough of that already, haven't I? Mm-hmm. But yeah, but I won't talk about it. I picked up something. I did pick up something at San Diego that I won't get for a while, because it's something I'm having to do. I actually haven't figured out quite how I'm going to pay for it yet, but they set it aside for me, and but it's cool. It checks a box that it has long been unchecked in my collection. So, but I don't think we'll be able to show it off for another couple months or more. So we'll see. I mean, it wasn't super expensive, but it was just one of those wasn't planned for moments.
Good teaser.
Yeah. And I already had that one with the Romita senior and junior piece. So, there's no way I was coming home with two pieces of art and Maureen not being a little suspect there. Bill will pay with eggs. Okay. Yeah. If they become valuable, I certainly will. All right. So let's see. I start off with a Pat Lee Profit page. Now, of course, I didn't read Profit, but I thumbed through a lot of the books. I mean, you probably know Profit, right?
This was coming out when I worked at the store. Yeah,
that's what I thought, and I just thought I actually love the artwork in it. I thought this was a great page, and I can't say that we've seen too much profit art on Heritage, and
Mhm.
I bet you there probably isn't even a ton on CAF. But I thought this was a nice page.
I was going to use the old joke and say I'm not sure anyone read Prophet, but we all looked at it.
There you go. Well, then I was right in the perfect zone there. I never read it, but I thumbed through the comics because I was like, what the hell is this? I don't know what it is. But look at the art; it's fantastic, and it is of the age.
Yep.
Next up, we have. I mean, I could have just overlooked it, but I mean, come on, it's a George Perez Teen Titans 7 page, just filled with all the team. I mean, this will probably do really well. It was at $700 earlier. It's at $1,500 now. I just think it's awesome. I mean, anything you get, nice Cyborg, Starfire. I mean, come on, this is you get Beast Boy in there.
Starfire's all wet.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. Woo! Any of you? There's bound to be a few collectors out there that like their artwork with a wet figure in it.
Yep.
Look, she's saving Robin too.
Of course.
Anyway, I look at that. This is a great page.
It is.
I think it'll do really well.
You got Raven using her power effect there. That's nice.
Oh, did I? Where was it? Oh, right. Wait, no, it was at the bottom, wasn't it? There we go. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, that looks like they're doing it. Or, you know what I mean. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm moving on from that one. Bill Sienkiewicz. I think there was a couple Bill Sienkiewicz pieces in there. I just like this one. Hellboy. I love the red color in there. The skulls. I just fun piece, fun composition. It's probably more of a recent piece by him, but it's a good one. This one, I mean, how odd to see this in the weekly auction. Not like a Night Force cover is anything spectacular, but I remember when it was on the at the drugstore newsstand rack, and I even bought it. And, it was back in the day when it was number ones were hot, and I was probably like 15-year-old Bill, thinking I could one day make a fortune buying all these number comics that were coming out. This cover was cool, and I like it. I mean, I've always I always loved Gene Colan stuff, and again, this is just for me, it takes me back to whatever year this thing was on the newsstand. I think it's awesome.
That's cool. Yeah.
And I was into the occult, says Marcus. I was not. I was not. Now, next up, there was a whole bunch of Transformers art in there, and I know you're kind of a Transformers fan. This is from issue 19, and it's Don Perlin pencils, and it's the first appearance of a character. I don't know any Transformers. Omega Supreme. Whoever that is. But there were like 3 or 4 other pages from Transformers in there. I don't think they were all by Perlin, but they were all really good.
He transforms into a burrito, and it's got sour cream on it, so it's.
Oh, look, the professor's in the chat. He knows a good Omega Supreme when he sees it. Look at that.
He loves a Transformer.
Yeah. Well, then this auction has plenty of pieces for him in it. This professor's in that one. What do you think, he's in the tank or something there? Anyway, what's up next? We have Jordy Bernay. I mean, the pages pop up every once in a while. But this is Clara page, right? I mean, and this is fun, right? I mean, I don't know what the guy's thinking. Well, no, I probably know what he's thinking.
You know what he's thinking.
Look at this page. It's beautiful. I mean, I love Jordy's work. I mean, this. I didn't put a bid on this one. I probably should have. I mean, ooh la la. I mean, as Mike Berkey would say, this is great. Shoot. All right. Yeah, I should have put a bid on this one and then not shown it to you guys.
Yeah.
Then this is a cool one. I have no idea what these are worth. Richard Bennett card art from like a Fleer Skybox Marvel Wildstorm set. But love the inking on this piece, and and I'm sure that the yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Look at that. I mean, isn't that nice?
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't get through the whole thing to see if there was any other card art in there, but this piece is spectacular. I mean, it's got Zipatone on it. Cross hatching is pretty awesome.
That directional hatching is really nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's tight, and then like the test tube beaker or whatever. I mean, it's awesome. This is a really, really good piece. It is cool, Dan. Yeah, it is. Sexy beast, says Marcus. Well, all right, Marcus. Anyway, yeah, it's a very nice one. And then what else did I pick? This one, Luke McDonald. Now, Luke McDonald as an artist is somebody whose work I never really liked. But Rubenstein inking him on this
Yeah.
look of the Marvel Universe, makes his figure work look so much cooler. I don't know why. Either Rubenstein inked a lot of these, but
Yeah.
I just think he makes Luke's work really, really different than the way
It
I remember
definitely
him.
does.
Doesn't it? I mean, it's amazing that we always know that the influence an inker has on a artist pencils, but I, I look at this and I don't think Luke McDonald at all. And
I agree.
but I get it. I get it because there was something about Luke's work that I always wanted to like, but it just wasn't never worked for me. Here, it's perfect. There you go. Next up, this one I just had to pick. I mean, it has no man thing on it. It's Alfredo Alcala, but it's that classic, book or two that had the space pirates in it.
Yeah.
And I just thought that I just think this
That's
is
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
This should be painted on the side of a van, Marcus. Look at that. It is so awesome. I love the outer space around it is drawn well. I mean, it's freaking awesome, and it probably won't go for a whole lot unless somebody's really sentimental about this issue. But look at the pirates on here.
And Alcala is so good.
Yeah, I mean, look at how he didn't have to do all that hatch work in the back there just to kind of give the panel more depth, but he goes into it and makes it so worthwhile. I mean, gosh, yeah, it's an awesome page. Okay, this is another one I shouldn't have shown, and I should have put a bit on it. Yeah, ice pirates are greater than space pirates. All right.
Until you get space.
Then last but not least, Carlos Esquera. This is a Star-Lord annual, and it's not the Star-Lord we know.
Yeah,
Dog page, and there's actually a cover in this auction too, Chris. And who knows? There might be more since I didn't a work by Carlos. I didn't get
a cover.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, it's I thought this page was better than the cover, but there is a cover.
Got the Johnny Alpha on there. This is a great page.
I know. Oh, man, I was like, holy crap! I can't believe it.
It's such a good page.
I know. Look at this thing. See, again, I should have thrown a bid on this one and not shown it, but here it is for everybody. You can't own everything. Something else will come up, but yeah, there is a cover by Carlos in this auction as well. And again, I would highly recommend all of you to go through it, even just to look at the art, because there's a lot of great stuff in this weekly auction.
Very cool.
Yeah. So what I got next? We have the EXP. Has Nick Brucci been in the chat tonight cheering us on for? Nope, me neither. He's out to dinner. So
you can count on that.
Yeah. Well, he probably when he comments, he's probably at dinner typically. But yeah. So EXP tomorrow night at 7, and he's been mixing up his show slides. They're always something different, like a different slogan about his art for sale and stuff. But I got to talk to his designer because I don't like the fonts he uses. They're hard to read. But, yeah. Hey, I'm allowed to be critical. I have to make like 3 or 4 slides a week, so I know fonts that are legible and ones that aren't. And
I took a designer to task on kerning today, and they obviously didn't know that I had any design in my background because they looked at me like, "What word did you just say?"
What, on Instagram?
No, at work.
At work.
Yeah, we're looking at new logos for our division, and I was like, "You realize the R and the S here are too far apart, right?" And he was like,
"Yeah." Woo. Here I thought I was talking to upper management.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, that's good though.
It was fun.
All right, well, let's take a look at the EXP video that Nick has for us this evening. We'll get to see the art he has for sale on a show at 7 o'clock tomorrow. YouTube, Facebook, everywhere else that he does these shows.
Which Blizz.
Everybody, this Friday, August 8th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, the Original Art Experience. We're going to have original art, but before we get to that, wherever you're seeing this promo, please hit that thumbs up. On whatever platform you're watching, if there's a heart, a thumbs up, anybody's helping to promote this, please hit that thumbs up. It's really appreciated. And share. Sharing is caring. All right. We're going to have some FF, as you can see on that side of the screen, I guess. I don't know. But we're also going to have other art. So, one thing we're going to do. Last week, we had an amazing Spider-Man complete book with the cover by John Romita Jr., Scott Hanna. This week, we're going to do All-Star Batman number 3 by John Romita Jr. and Danny Mickey, and written by Scott Snyder. And we're going to break this book up. So, it's going to be by the page. You got Bruce and Two-Face. Check it out. All these great pages. Let's see. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look, I'm a huge John Romita Jr. fan as it is, so I just thought, you know what? Let's break it up. There's a lot of people that would love to see some Batman John Romita Jr. art. I had a fan reach out on CAF to see what I had, and I just thought, you know what? Maybe it's time to break one up. Got the Penguin. Really figure this all out. Oh my God. Check it out. That's right. All 21 pages will be available for sale. That's a really great page. I love that page. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Check it out. $22 pages. I said 21, there's 22. All right. So then we said we're going to have FF. This is from the 60th anniversary issue. John Romita Jr. Pure Pencils. And you look at this. He totally Kirby'd it from FF number 1. All right. Then, speaking of FF, we're going to have FF number 9 by, oh my God, I cannot believe it, Steve Epting and Rick Magyar. We're going to have FF316 by Keith Pollard and Joe Sinnott. We're going to have What If 42 by Ron Wilson. I got to remember who the inker is. I can't remember right now. Then we're going to have Marvel 2-in-1 Annual by Ron Wilson and Dan Green. Then we're going to have this What If cover. Amy, was this What If cover available before?
Not to my knowledge.
All right, so probably this is one that I was going to keep, but you know what?
It's been a few years.
It's okay. Then we got, let's see, FF52 by Mark Bagley. The coolness of this is the fact that if you've seen the pictures of the Marvel writers and artists and editors and other people going to London for the FF movie, since they took a little bit from the Matt Fraction and Mark Bagley run, pretty cool. Let's go down here real quick. Mighty Avengers with Mr. Fantastic and Century by Koi Pham. Fantastic Four 416 by Carlos Pacheco with Reed and his dad. Fantastic Four Atlantis Rising by MC Wyman. And then we're going to have a couple of Supergirl pages, and these will be at $100 or less. How to pick something for $100 or less. Come on, we got to get more people involved, more fans. I'm going to see what else I can bring. Should have brought some Red Sonja. Red Sonja movie's out August 13th in theaters. One night only. They're making it a special event. And we'll worry about that for next Friday. So, hit that thumbs up. Share. Sharing is caring. And I look forward to being seen by you on Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And, well, you know what? There's so much to say. I'll say it on Friday. Take care, everybody.
There you go. No, hey, I did forget. You saw Fantastic Four?
I did, yeah.
Well, what did you think?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's it wasn't perfect, but it's definitely the best Fantastic Four movie.
I did get to go see it on Sunday as well, and I would say it is the best Fantastic Four movie too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would also say, like, I haven't enjoyed a Marvel movie that much in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, No, yeah, I would say the same. You know, it had its moments where I was like, just wanting it to pick the pace up, but the story
Yep.
was pretty good, and
Yep.
I'll be curious to see how things progress from here.
Yeah, me too.
Now, was the thing okay?
I thought he was great. I just wish he had more to do.
Well, I
think,
wish they all had more to do. You know,
yeah,
that was the downside. You know, there wasn't a lot of action, but yeah, I would have liked to seen the thing do it. You know, doing something a little bit more, but there
yeah.
weren't any really major scenes for anybody as far as like
I
battling.
also saw one of the trailers. They had the thing was like military pressing Galactus's foot, and I was like, okay, yeah, and that wasn't in the movie. So maybe there'll be a director's cut. But it's so weird to think that like they
Yeah.
went to the expense of like having those shots in the movie and then they didn't make it in. You know, the really expensive effects stuff. But
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember in like one of the first trailers, you know, they had like when he was cooking or something like that, they had a lot of that rock sound and stuff, and people complained
Yeah.
about it. And then that was all toned down or almost gone completely.
Gone. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was good because yeah, I didn't like that either. But it was funny. They listen, right? They actually listen to what the fans say. Like, that's not what the thing would sound like.
Yeah.
And then they cut it out.
But I mean, a lot of people complained about his voice. I really like the actor who did his voice, who portrayed him. So no complaints about the voice. I thought it was fine.
Oh yeah, there you go. Stingray says they cut out John Malkovich.
They did. Yeah, the thing does belt Red Ghost's orangutan, and then you never see Red Ghost. They talk about him, and then he's not in it.
Right. Yeah, you know, that was almost one of the most fun sets of scenes, was that little like 1 minute segment or whatever.
It was great.
You know, wasn't it? Yeah, that might have been my favorite point of the movie.
He did get to give Giganto a good uppercut there, so that was fun too.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, it would be nice if there was a director's cut, because it probably would be pretty damn fun. And how could they not? I mean, they have to. Let's see, what is Chuck Arnold saying? What we always have to respect what Chuck says. Disney is afraid of offending anyone in case they'll sell this merch. All right. Well, they're punching monkeys. I mean, you know, that's something. Mole Man
Jason, I agree. Mole Man was awesome. God, I love Mole. He like stole every scene he was in.
He did. Yeah, he definitely did. Well, so yes, you know, no spoilers, but I would encourage everybody to check it out. And hey, you know, the whole new did you probably haven't seen it, those crowns and things on in the chat, you know, like giving the top 3 people. So Carl Choi is in the lead. He's got he's got a little bit on Newell and Jason D'Ambrosio. Marcus Way is in 4th. Heiger's in 5th.
Oh.
So
I was number 1 the night that Tyler T did his interview, so I'm acquainted.
I didn't even know about that until somebody said something, and then I pulled up the app and I could see it.
It is pay to win, Stingray. You're right.
It is.
Win.
That's true. I did forget. You know, Carl, but Carl was doing a lot of chatting there early on when his Thor hammer had left him.
Yep.
Oh man. Superhero says Superman was better, but FF was good.
I honestly agree. Superman was incredible. I really, really enjoyed Superman.
I did it too for that day with the family. We went and saw both movies because I knew if we didn't do it then, we were never going to do it. And I did like Superman a lot more than FF.
And I like Thing's beard. I have a beard. He had a beard. That's great for me.
That's right. You were like, look, it was like looking in the mirror, man.
Looking in the mirror, man. It's so funny. I had a dental appointment yesterday, and I wore shorts because it's been really hot here. And my dentist I have a new dentist, and she was like, "Do you have the Thing's rocks tattooed on your leg?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "What'd you think about the movie? Yada yada yada." And so we're like going back and forth for a minute. And she goes, "So is it safe to assume then that he's your favorite character?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "I don't think you tattoo your entire leg unless it's your favorite character."
You should have told her, I'm just getting started. I got, you know, you're right. I mean,
right.
you are done though, right? It's one leg and done.
Yeah. So it's funny you say that, because the guy who laid it out for me was like really psyched when we were talking about like doing my leg. And he goes, "Do you want your whole body like this?" And I was like, brother, I am not joining the circus. It's ankle to knee. I'm good.
I mean, we've known each other for a few years, and I never thought to ask that.
Yeah.
But now we know. Good. You're right. I mean, of course. What else? You would have no other profession than to join.
No. And going to Comic-Cons, I guess.
That's right. That's right. I'm not going to highlight that one, Marcus. But
I do call it Mr. Fantastic, by the way, Marcus.
there you go. And I saw that Jason D'Ambrosio always has art dangled in front of him. You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
I want to know what that's like.
Yeah.
Exactly. But hey, if anybody can, well, whatever. I'm not going to go there either. All right. Well, let's do the CAF update, right? Let's keep things PG here or whatever. Where the heck are my CAF update files? I know I've got them around here. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for this part.
No sweat. We're having fun.
Yeah.
I haven't been on in 3 weeks. It's like a breath of fresh air.
Oh, that's true. That is. I didn't even think about that. Then you get another week off.
I love it.
All right. Well, CAF update time. So I think this probably accounts for some post San Diego accounting from dealers and whatnot. I mean, it was still not like super huge, but almost $400,000 in sales compared to 263 the week before. Albert Moy led the way with just over $200,000 in sales, and so I would imagine a lot of that was from San Diego.
Yes.
So congrats to Albert on that one, and Mike.
Probably
Mike
a lot
was
of Jim Lee.
Probably a lot of Jim Lee. I saw, I didn't, I really didn't get a chance to look at a lot of the art in Albert's booth, but I know I did.
I contributed to that total, actually.
Did you?
Yes.
Is that the FedEx?
It is the FedEx, yes.
All right. Well, we'll find out what that is then. Let's see. Berkey was second, 85,000. Anthony third with almost 70,000. See, I bet most of this stuff is San Diego sales. And then Glenn, who did not set up at San Diego, but he was walking the halls, came in fourth with $12,000 in sales. Maybe next year he'll wise up and set up. He might do better. Superheroes says Thunderbolts was great. Yep, I would agree with you on that one too. All right, let's look at the top 6 sales from dealers last week. And where are you? Here you go. Okay. A Kirby collector cover. This is from issue 28, and wow, this thing's beautiful. Yeah. This one went for $45,000. That's awesome.
Worth every penny.
Yep. Wow. Then Kaluta piece. This is from the Private Files of the Shadow cover of that book. This one went for $38,000. Wow, 1983, man.
Yeah.
And, this was sold by Berkey. This is a peanut strip from 1962, sold for $29,000. And I know he didn't have that one at San Diego. Then what do we got here? Weird Science Fantasy, issue 28. This is a 7-page story, sold by Mike, went for $25,000.
Great looking page.
And Joe Orlando was the artist on that, by the way. And then Anthony had this Conan the Barbarian title page from issue 18. Dan Atkinson, Gil Kane, $22,500. And then Albert had this Robert McGinnis beauty. It's called A Peak in Darien. Went for $18,500. That's freaking awesome.
That's amazing.
Shoot, I'll never own a McGinnis, but I love looking at the work, man. Holy smokes, that thing was beautiful. Wow, that would make me want to like become a McGinnis collector. If I could like double my salary and in double collection all at once, I would probably invest it all in McGinnis art. That's pretty nice.
Really?
Maybe it strews in here or there, but come on, McGinnis is awesome.
Oh yeah, amazing.
Now I start widening it. If I had
what about Bob Peak?
I like Bob Peak, but I think I like McGinnis more. I just like the figures more. Peak though for style and color,
design,
and design, right? I'd say I'd love to have a Peak, but I could probably have a whole wall of McGinnis and still not feel like I have enough. And isn't McGinnis like one of Jesco's like favorite figurative painters too? I mean, it's just.
I would assume so.
Yeah. Anyway.
By the way, did you see that he posted those corner boxes?
Yeah.
God.
I know. I saw. And weren't the prices listed somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah, they were pretty Yeah, they were a little out of reach for me, and probably a little out of reach for you. Yeah,
Yeah, same. But I
they were good. I know.
thought about it. I
I thought about you when I saw them.
Yeah.
Peak Star Trek. Yeah, there you go, Stingray. But no, I did. When I saw them, I thought of you immediately, and they were awesome. The 4-figure pieces featuring each one featuring a different character highlighted. I mean, they were awesome. Joe. All right. So auction results from last week. What do we got? We have let's see. Heritage had like 3 different auctions. And I don't think any of us quite understand what the superhero showcase auction was, but it accounted for like 150,000 by itself. It only had 90 pieces in it, so I really don't know what I didn't know about it until the day after it happened.
It
So
wasn't
I'm
a
not.
specific collector, or
No, I don't believe so. I mean, maybe there was a description on it. I should go back and read it. But the thing was, it was a lot of great pieces in it. Very, very surprising that they had like this secondary auction, and then they had some Western art auction. But they all contributed to adding to a total of what was it, $506,000 was the total for last week compared to 336, which would be a normal average week for eBay and the Heritage Weekly. So let's take a look at the top 3 sellers from both of those platforms right here. All right. So yeah, 506,000 was the total. First up, we have a Keith Giffen Legion of Superheroes page from issue 290, went for $5,899.
Ooh, Wildfire and Invisible Kid. Nice.
Yeah, that is a good page. And then I think this was a best offer. I didn't get the final price on it. Went for $3,500. Black Queen, of course.
To Jason
Sportsman High.
D'Ambrosio.
Yeah. And then this one had to have been a best offer too, and I didn't have time to check and see where it went. But it was listed at $29.99.99. Walter Lantz, what is that? New Funnies cover. Over at Heritage in their weekly auction, this John Bogdanove Superman the Man of Steel 19 page went for $20,000. That's pretty awesome. Then this illustration art, The World Around Us, issue 15 cover. Jeffrey Biggs is the painter on this one, went for $7,500. And finally, Pacheco. Avengers Forever 8 splash from it was page 20, went for $6,875.
Those pages are blowing up.
They are. They really are. And there's a Pacheco. There is a Pacheco in the weekly auction again. Maybe not as good as the last 2 auctions, but
yeah.
What are you gonna do, man? That stuff is gold.
I should have bit the bullet. I should have bit the bullet on the first splash and just paid what it went for, because that price is in the rearview mirror now.
Yeah. I mean, it's Pacheco was such a great artist, but those pages from Avengers Forever are they're awesome. And the thing
it's another level. Yeah, it really is
completely. And I always wondered. It's like I mean, when was it gonna his artwork gonna like catch on, like everybody had to have a page. I mean, like Cassaday pages now from the X-Men are quadruple what they were before he passed or whatever. And it's just but the Pacheco stuff, I wondered if it was ever going to happen, and now it's like, wow, who knows what the real ceiling is for some of these pages, because it seems like everybody wants to have one.
Yeah. Well, I think, Avengers Forever was such a huge thing for a lot of us at the time. Like I've heard people say it's their favorite Avengers story. It's definitely top 2 or 3 for me. And like, it was one of the best Avengers books to come out in like that decade, So I don't know. It's worth it. It's worth it. I hate saying that it's worth it, but it is.
All right. Because of King, says Marcus. He quite it could be. He was the baddie there. So
he was actually a good guy in that, Bill.
Was he?
Kinda, yeah.
It's been a while since I read it. Oh,
yeah.
Well, okay. Well, Stingray agrees with you. So it's when Stingray gives his thumbs up, then we all must agree. All right. Well, let's get on to the picks. Man, we're going to end early tonight, I think.
I'm ready.
Here. Get on the right tab here. Okay, and we're starting off with a gentleman I was on the phone with yesterday, Mr. Kevin Nolan. Whose collection is this in? Oh, Malcolm Bourne. So
What he's well
wonderful.
acquainted with the man.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, he does have quite a few pieces by Kevin, but this is I mean, like everything Kevin does, this thing is just beautiful, and uh, in what makes it, I mean, figurative work is fantastic, but that background, man, is just so awesome.
Yeah, I really love the perspective on this because it's like she's flying towards the camera, but when you get the background involved, she's also like kind of swooping down. He puts the birds in there to kind of like accentuate that fact a little bit, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, the stark black that she's flying against, you know, the shadowed area of those buildings really does a great job of highlighting the figure. She manages to look light, and the background like kind of looks, you know, more stark and gothic almost. But he does such a great job on what is a really funky costume. It's kind of a weird, that era is well, Berman loves it. I think it's a little weird, but one of the things that I think was so interesting about this is she's really pretty. Like Supergirl looks like Supergirl. Like sometimes, which this isn't a dig because I love this about Kevin Nolan, but like he does take chances with like anatomy and, you know, figural stuff. Like sometimes facial expressions will look a little bit cribbed in some things. Like he really went all out on this figure.
Right, she's not, you know, she's kind of her head's tilted a little bit. I mean, there's a lot here to love, and I like Nick's comment about the background kind of looking like a Batman comic. It does kind of give
Exactly.
a different feel to the piece. But I'm with you. I mean, I thought I was going to have like a 2-minute call with Kevin yesterday, and we talked for over 30 minutes. You know, we talked about Hillary Barta. We talked about Mark Waid. The guy loves comics, you know, I mean, and he loves what he does. He feels, you know, he has so much respect for the medium, and it was like a joy talking with him. I was like, I'm talking to Kevin Nolan, man.
That's crazy. As you know, I couldn't even go up to him and say hi at OAX. I was like, I can't do it.
He is so nice, and
that's great.
Why I can't wait to get him on the show because he has so many nice things to say about you know, that the last days of Lex Luthor. It just is getting to work with Mark Waid again, and he was just had really interesting things to say about Brian's pencils and stuff, and
cool.
But just the sheer, and he was like, oh yeah, you got to get Carl Potts on, Carl, and you know, Carl got me in, just like for Hillary Barta. He says Carl was really instrumental in me getting my start in comics, and he's like,
and Jim Lee.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I know he was at Heroes, and I didn't talk to him, but if you can hook me up with his email, I'll reach out to him. He'd be a great guy to interview.
He's still doing good stuff too.
Yeah, I regret not stopping by his table at Heroes. I was kind of kicking myself after that talk, but again, Kevin's just awesome. This piece is beautiful, and unfortunately, he won't be bringing any of these pieces to this sale, you know, because he didn't have any. He's been going to a lot of shows. He's at Terrificon this weekend, and I think he even has a show next weekend, and then he's doing the show with me. So he just did not have the opportunity to do any. Yeah. All right. So next up, what do we got? We have this is in Mikhail's collection, if I'm not mistaken, right? The Zafino. I mean, I almost picked this one as the cover image for the show, and then I realized I would have had a piece by Mikhail on twice for the cover image, and that will never happen again after the issue. After Jason's head got like 3 times as big for going consecutive weeks. So yeah.
Mikhail's hair is already absolutely massive. So if his head were to grow, I hesitate. I shudder to think what would happen to his body.
Exactly. But come on, I mean, he always posts great stuff. But you know, posting the DeMio and then this one back to back. I mean, he could have won some CAF awards if we had like weekly awards, because I mean, they're just top 3, top 5 pieces posted both weeks.
Well, I will say about this on the show what I said about it in the comments, which is if you're going to give a subject to Zafino, you can't beat a combination of Batman and Conan. And that's really what we're looking at, right? I mean, this like bestial version of Batman. He's got a two-handed battle axe in his hand, and he's on a stack of corpses. You know, it's really, this is a Conan composition that's masquerade that Batman is like cosplaying as Conan, or vice versa.
Yeah. Come on. Zaffino draws you know, dark figures so well. I mean, this is just so gorgeous. I love it. I can't even imagine what it looks like in person when you get to see the, you know, the zip and everything on there. I mean, this
does
is
that cool thing, like from time to time, you know, obviously dependent on the piece and the lighting and like whatever, but I absolutely love how he does just the white dots for the eyes and everything else is black. Like he's done it with Conan a couple times that I've seen. It's perfectly at home here. Yeah, I mean, just the textures, the zip on this, like the tonal stuff, and like he did the same thing. I had a Punisher commission from him once upon a time, and he did the same thing on mine, where if you scroll up, or sorry, if you scroll down, I should say, the corpses are basically all one tone, right? And that's such a cool little like device to like let you know that like they're dead, they're unimportant, like whatever. But then he really like still gets in there and like picks those masses apart with the blacks, and yeah.
Man, well, I don't think Mikhail's going to be hanging this one on the wall, but you never know. I mean, but man, it's wonderful. So congrats, Mikhail. This, oh wait, I want to see the published image. Whew, that pink is hot. Wow. Hey, wonderful, wonderful addition to Mikhail's collection.
Beautiful.
Oh, speaking of Jason, the only person who will get a twofer on the show's featured images, this wonderful Lockjaw by Jeff Slemons.
Jason has bulldogs, I have bulldogs, so that's a big part of this. But I love Lockjaw. I've always loved Lockjaw. I love the Inhumans, Black Bolt, and Lockjaw especially. But the line quality on this bill is really, really phenomenal. Like this is a almost throwback inking job with these line weights and these, you know, the hatching that he's done. This has like an older feel to it in my mind. And then if you go back out, he did the cool like diffusion on the inks for the start, you know, the space background. So he's really got two like absolutely disparate things happening in here, and like it really works together.
Yeah, I didn't even really think about that when I bought it. I just loved, you know, I bought it for Jason. This was me buying Jason a gift, because when I saw it, all I could think of was Jason.
That's great.
And it's just like, man, this belongs in his collection. And I think, let's see, does it? I can't. Is it not dated there? There was like a date on it. This was. I figured it was done for Comic Art Live. That's where I bought it. In the May show, but I think this is a few years old too. But you know, Jeff's been on CAF for a very long time. He draws really great monsters. I've always liked.
Does a great thing.
Yeah, exactly. He has I know there's a couple like Thing versus Hulk pieces in his CAF gallery. Yeah, I've always appreciated his style, and yeah, when I saw this, I was like, I gotta take care of Jason with this one, and because I've always wanted to buy something from Jeff, you know, for myself, and I've just never seen the right piece. So I love it. I
love this too. Yeah.
All right. Well, it is in the right home. So congrats for adding this one to your collection, Marcus. Yes.
I have it too, Marcus.
Marcus posted the piece of art I bought him. You know, back at, remember OAX1, I got Marcus's head in a jar from Bill Morrison, and it's freaking perfect. I remember Bill hands it to me and he's like, did I get the likeness right? I'm like, oh yeah, you got the likeness right.
Killed it.
I'm not saying you look like you like Lockjaw or anything, Jason, but maybe just a little. Okay, Kirk Dilbeck's CAF gallery. Here we go. There it is, right? I mean, it's probably not in his hands yet, you know, but it's up in his CAF. He's the man who got it. I mean, what do you say, right? I mean, this is.
I've talked about, you know, contextually why this book is important to me, but you know, artistically speaking, I really do feel like this is, you know, Pacheco and Marino is kind of like tour de force. I think this is the best thing they ever did, in spite of the fact that, like, in the grand scheme of things, it was kind of early on for them. Like, you know, they had a great run on Fantastic Four, which I have a page from. You know, they had done a couple other things, but like, I'm not saying I don't want to say that they peaked with this, but in my mind, this is the best thing they ever did together. So the inks here, every page is, you know, really phenomenally put together from a storytelling standpoint, but also, like, this is a really difficult image to try and wrap your head around, like, especially if they did this. I don't know that they did, if Busiek did Marvel Method or full script or what, but can you imagine what the description for this page was? And then to, like, try and wrap your head around putting that on paper?
No. I mean,
And
the
it really
more I look
does.
at it,
I
the
mean,
more
there's so much happening story-wise
right.
here.
I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, it's I can't even imagine what the description was on it. He must have said, just go to town, do whatever you
Right.
want. Yeah. I mean, the transitions between space, a battle, you know,
The timekeepers that are on the left. You've got, like, several kind of like cast off Avengers characters. He's still clearly, like, highlighting the fact that, like, this is kind of like about the Black Knight there at one point. He's like donning his helmet. Yeah, it's just like, what an artistic chore this must have been, but, like, look at the output.
Yeah. Well, Kirk has a good eye. He has a really nice collection.
And definitely loves Avengers.
Yeah. Oh, without question. So this is a good one. So congrats to Kirk for adding this one. Next up. Here we go. Let me get this in. Did I add? This wasn't yours, was it?
No.
No, you couldn't have. I think I accidentally.
I
think I was looking at this one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's in my. I had it in the order. My mistake. My bad. This isn't Shemp. Of course, that's Caesar, of course, but a Jackson Geist Manhunter piece.
I saw this on Instagram, and, like, it was before he passed, and I remember thinking, like, leave it to Jackson Geist to, like, improve on Simonson, right? He keeps everything absolutely intact about, like, the look and the look of the character, and then manages to apply, like, that additional, like, gritty filter that we know from, like, later Geist stuff. Even into the, like, especially his face, but, like, the blood that's on his fist dagger, like, the texture that's on the roof, like, it is such a great putting himself into something that, like, let's be honest, it's a goofy costume, right? It's a pretty wild, weird costume, kind of a product of the time, but even at the time it was like, whoa, that's a wild costume. And he manages to make it look, like, tight, somewhat realistic. Like, he really, Geistifies the character, so to speak.
Yeah, no, I love this one too, and it's funny looking at the piece. When I look at the roof, I mean, this is like that's his, like, trademark kind of shadow style, right? With this with the brushwork like that. I mean, you see it in a lot of the his pieces, and and it's unique, right? I mean, there's nothing to it, but the moment you see that, it's like, that's Guys.
Yeah.
maybe everything else might not scream it, but the background does. I think it's beautiful. It really is. Caesar scores again. Oh man, that is a good one.
I would add that to the old collection in a heartbeat.
Yeah, doesn't Caesar like Jonah Hex too?
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, he doesn't like the Thing though. Well, at least I don't think he has a penchant for that character.
Nobody's perfect, Bill.
That's true. All right, over to Mr. Lovitz's Calf Gallery. Michael added a couple. I think one of his pieces was a Galactus piece that was pretty damn awesome. But I like the piece that you picked here. Let me look at the like on it here. Giffen Iron Man page. So yeah, that's we had Clayton Henry earlier saying anybody can draw somebody punching somebody, but I don't know about this is a different kind of punch that I don't think everybody can draw.
Yeah, it's got some oomph to it. It's so I picked this because well, one, I love Keith Giffen. You didn't get to see Bruce Patterson over top of Keith Giffen too much for a bunch of like obvious reasons, but the fact is that like this is very early for Keith, but it's got Giffinisms in it, and especially in I'm not sure who he's punching there. I didn't recognize the costume, but the little tick marks, the textures on the leg, like a little bit in Iron Man's pose. I think you can, obviously he's a disciple of Kirby, so it's got that element to it too. But this feels Giffen like kind of before he quote unquote became Giffen.
Arsenal. I'm not familiar with the character.
Okay, still don't know who it is, but thanks, Dave.
Yeah, you're right. You can see a little, you can see Giffen in there. Certainly definitely in the way he's drawn Iron Man, but you're right. Even that other character, it's funny. Yeah. Patterson's inks really kind of bring out that. I don't know, but you're right. Boom. I wonder if Giffen came up with that. If that was the sound effect he wanted.
Maybe. This was very, very likely written with Marvel Method. Boom might have been the only thing they wrote.
Well, it's got some views. It's got a few likes. It's got a few comments on it, so that's good. But yeah, I love it. He always, he always posts great stuff on here. And if you didn't see the Galactus piece he posted, you should check that out too, because it was a really great page. Next up, Shaken Dude. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. Jimenez. I mean, the thing is, you go ahead and talk about it. It's
we see Kaneda on his motorcycle a lot, right? It's kind of a trope at this point, but to see it kind of like through the lens of Jimenez, I think like adds a lot, to be honest. Like you get a bit of manga aesthetic, but it's so much more heavy metal. And I think that's really what I loved about it. It's almost like what if Akira was published in heavy metal?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love the angle of the bike. I love the paint on this piece. I mean, it's everything about the way he's handled it. It's just gritty and rough. Well, like you're saying, more heavy metal than something slick. So yeah, compact, says Marcus. That's one way to word it. But and not an easy angle to draw. Right. I mean, everything about it. I mean, this is it's a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
Now, is that 14 likes, only 2 comments on it though so far. Well, fine. I'm not putting a comment on it during the show. I got too much work to do tonight. But this is a good one. Shaken Dude, whomever you are, you should be proud.
That should be Chuck Arnold's name, shouldn't it?
Or Quietly Dude, or
I
don't. He's got a lot of artists and dudes. I mean, he's John Byrne Dude. Dude. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Neon Dragons Calf Gallery. Now this is Dick Giordano, Action Comics, Human Target page.
This is just phenomenal storytelling, like beat by beat by beat. Like you're right there. Like you experience like everything that's happening to Human Target, like panel by panel, and like there's no there's no real shortcuts taken in like what's being shown. He like carries you through the whole thing, like I said, beat by beat. And I think Giordano is unbelievable to me. I've always been a huge fan of his, whether he's just penciling, just inking. Like here it seems he's doing both, but it was house style, quote unquote, at DC at the time. So you can't definitely fault him for that. But like one of the reasons that it was the house style at DC is because they had guys that could execute it at this level.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic page. Look, Chuck has decided he would be good with just Chuck F and Arnold. I mean, there's a Wonder F and Woman, right? I mean, there might as well be a Chuck F and Arnold.
Right.
Jason says everybody needs a calf burner account.
Oh,
Interesting. I mean, I probably have like 50 of them, but
Yeah,
only for
at least.
testing. Only for testing, everybody.
Test bill 1, test bill 2. Yeah.
That's right. I'll log in as Maureen every once in a while. So
Ooh, there you go.
When I want to get crazy. But yeah, no, I agree. I love the panel to panel action on this thing, and yeah, I mean, I'm not familiar with Human Target at all, but I like this page. Kinky, yeah. Get your wife to create an account on the site, Rich, and you can do it too.
Yeah. Catfish. There you go.
Oh boy.
Who am
Hey,
I
look,
emailing every week, Bill? Is it you or is it Maureen?
We're not telling. But look, the name of his calf gallery is Great Narrative Art. I mean, that's awesome.
This is
very, very fitting. Okay. Nick F's calf gallery, Carrie Nord Warlord Commission. Now, I mean, I love Carrie Nord's artwork. I'm sure you do too.
Yep.
Right.
I feel like if I hadn't picked this, you would have.
Yeah, no, this one stood out for me too. I mean, because you don't see paint, right? You don't see a lot of color stuff, I think, from Carrie. And I mean, he almost gives Warlord a little bit of a Santa kind of vibe, but at the same time, it works. It works because Grell always drew Warlord svelte and and everything.
Lean.
This guy's kind of looks like he could really kick your rear end.
Closer to He-Man.
Leave you in half. What?
Closer to He-Man.
Closer to He-Man. Oh, without question.
Yeah. And like the irony is that I feel like Carrie Nord, like he's done so much Conan, and his Conan is even a little smaller than this Warlord, build wise. So that's actually something that I liked about it, because to your point, it is a little bit different take on Warlord. He gets everything in there, so it's instantly recognizable as the character. Obviously, the winged helmet is such a huge thing. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Grell always drew him with a goatee, right?
Yes. Or maybe he had like a really thin, I think, beard, but
okay. So he pumped that up a little bit here. But anyway, Carrie's painted pieces are really like unbelievable. I think that really painterly kind of like diffuse stuff that he's doing in the background, it's not much, but it does add a lot, and he keeps it tonal. And I think, one of the things that he does the best is the fact that he is going in, there is a heavy outline. I mean, this is a fully inked piece in addition to it being painted. So you get a painterly feel, but you also get that awesome graphic feel to it. It feels comic booky.
Yeah, no, agreed. Say what the size is. So, well, there you go. It took him 3 years
from him that is from a con, and it was 11 by 17.
Okay.
This looks a little more square than that to me. Maybe it's 11 by 14.
Mm-hmm. Marcus likes the color on the knee. Well, you got you pick your areas to like, Marcus. Mm-hmm. Very blushy. Okay. Either way, great piece.
That might be reinforcing your Santa feel, Bill.
It might. Well, that's that red nose. But yeah, so Nick F said he met Carrie 3 years ago at a con, paid him up front for the commission, got it, and finally received it. Well, I mean, sometimes you have to wait a little longer than you want, but certainly this one was worth the wait. So congrats to picking that one. Let's see here. Carl Choi. This was your last one, right?
You know what it says, right?
Yeah. Everybody was talking about this one on CAF.
Somebody was gonna pick it. I bit the bullet and made it me.
Well,
what do you even say about this piece?
Cyclops is at a loss for words.
We all were.
We all
when this came out. We were like, "Oh, Psylocke, huh? Okay."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, this page almost has like a life of its own. It's like a kind of X-Men cultural touchstone from this run.
Another wet character.
That
right?
one.
All right.
Maybe that'll be my calf burner account.
Right. We'll know now. But yeah, I love him mumbling. Perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he
Look,
could have
he's
just
mad again.
right. You know, the worst he could have kept it to himself, and she still would have heard all that. So he might as well
Yep.
say it out loud, right? I mean, come
Right?
on. Yeah.
She knew he was looking. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, so good. The wet ladies of calf. Marcus, you have such a way with words.
Mhm.
Anyway, I agree. I mean, this was such an awesome page, and it definitely won calf for the week as far as comments and views, I'm sure, but deservedly so. I mean,
Well
it's
deserved. Yeah.
it's the right era. I mean, this is that, you know, like when some people talk about the, you know, the 90s X-Men cartoon is what got them into X-Men. I mean, a lot of people were reading, you know, this
Yeah.
book, and that was their gateway. So yeah, I think
And by
yeah,
this point, it was
awesome
almost
piece.
over.
Yeah, yeah, very true. Steven says, I kept reading comics after this. Well, you never know. I mean, you see this, you think maybe it'll happen every issue, but anyway, and this is Art T. Bear inking Jim Lee as well. I
It
always
is.
liked Art's inks. You know, I have to say he was great during that era. He was great over Ian Churchill. Gosh, who else did
Yeah.
I like his inks?
He
I
was
mean,
good on his own. He was a good penciler.
he was
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. Hey, Jiggy's in the chat.
Jiggy.
Congratulating Carl on his big win. All right, on to my picks, right? I think next is, yeah, there we are. Okay. So yeah, Bernie Wrightson,
Yeah.
Spirit, Page. What's not to love there? I mean, anytime you can incorporate, you know, a title into something, it is fun. And this one's nice. It's funny. I was setting up the commission page for um, uh, Phil Hester, and the first image in the set was a commission of the Spirit, where he did this, you know, the Spirit, you know, the type and everything, and it
Oh, yeah.
just was really. I used that image because it was so good, and then it was like not 6 hours later, I saw this image, and I'm like, you know, it's fate. I have to pick this one
Yeah.
too. And again,
It's a
it is
thing.
just it's the ink, the you know the textures in this piece are just beautiful. The grass, the lettering, the
Yeah.
figure. I mean, man, oh man, oh man.
Look at the
I
hat. I mean, the rumpled hat, like his suit jacket is like half tattered. His expression, I mean, it's so Wrightson.
Yep, like Carl says, Bernie is the man. Yeah. No, this is gorgeous. I'd love to see this one in person too.
Yeah.
So yes, Somya Das in their collection. Congrats. Then John St. Allen, or Ain't Alan John. Sorry, tongue tied. It's late. Alan St. John.
That's what
Chessman of Mars piece, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, clearly, you know, somebody who influenced early illustrators,
Mhm.
you know, with regards to, you know, just drawing uh, fantastic artworks, right? Of, you know, images of fantasy and science fiction. And I mean, I haven't checked in a long time to see how many pieces by him are on CAF, but I bet there aren't many. I just thought it was cool to get to see this because it's not a piece that I think you know, maybe a lot of collectors would think to post on CAF, you know, still to
Sure.
this day. But I was just blown away. And, you know, again, the composition's great. The battle between the, you know, the two figures.
It's such classical figure work too.
Yeah.
Like it's got that like Bern Hogarth feel.
Yeah, definitely. Before Bern Hogarth. I mean,
Yeah.
that's, I mean, yeah, I'm sure Bern, you know, Mr. Hogarth took notice of Alan St. John. But anyways, I thought this is just fantastic.
Yeah.
I
Even
love
the
the
like the
pieces.
muscle masses in the creature's jaw, you know, man,
Yeah,
great stuff.
definitely. And I guess it was used in maybe a couple different ways, painted pieces. So let me get the like on there. And Glenn Crane, of course, has one of the coolest calf galleries out there. I mean, the man has had he's had his own heritage auction and dove right back in. You know, he sold a ton, came right back, bought a ton, and continues to pick up great pieces. And you know, I don't think too many collectors can like say that they can go through a cycle like that. Where you have a collection worthy of a heritage auction in your name, and then you know, and I would assume a lot of people thought he was going to, you know, retire from art collecting or slow down or whatever, and he didn't miss a beat. You know, it was a reboot for him.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a lovely piece. Now, Dan Jurgens, you know, I always love Dan's stuff. This is
Mhm.
Justice League 66. In the I could have passed this one by, but the thing that I actually really liked about it was the way he positioned Batman and the logo. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought that, you know, that's just really clever putting the, you know, the cape around it. I mean, he
Mhm.
had to work with them when they were kind of putting this whole thing together
Yeah.
to make that work right. I just thought, I mean, it just looks great. I mean, the figures in the foreground fighting, you know, are fine with Guy
Mhm.
and Superman and everything, but just using that as a framing element for the logo when most people avoid putting anything in that area,
For sure.
I thought it had to have been somewhat challenging, but you know, Jurgens as a writer and an artist, you know, I'm sure he's like always thinking about everything about a page, and so I mean, I just think he took a really cool creative eye to this piece and made a really special cover out of it.
Yeah, especially when you think about like the fact that like there are really no tangents. The line breaks are all like very clean. The fact that like the shield kind of element in the logo kind of terminates on
Mhm.
either side of Batman's head. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is awesome. So, and love some jerseys. And who is it? Yeah, Rick Burchett inks on this one.
Also a little like a Superman movie throwback here because that's Guy Gardner duking it out with Big Blue.
That's true. Properly timed. Makes a nice bat silhouette. Yes, it does, Carl. So this is in Peter Rowe's calf gallery. I got to stop picking the war pages because then I always pick Peter's stuff. But this is Tony DeZuniga, or is it DeZuniga? I know that we all like.
Yes, the second.
Yeah. But again, I love the tank silhouettes in this piece in those first
Yeah.
few panels, and then what do you get? And then you get this wild interior, you know,
Yeah.
mixed with it.
Yep.
That's what sold it, you know, because if it was just the tank in this environment, it wouldn't have been, you know, it
No
would have been a
special at
great page.
all.
I wouldn't have picked it. But then
Yeah.
you juxtapose that with
Right.
that. Holy crap! I mean, that's such a cool page. I mean, the more I look at it, it's like, man, I want to own this page. It's so unique. And again, I love it. So Peter, he's been picking up a lot of cool stuff of late, and I hate to say it, I actually have a second artwork in here from Peter. I didn't realize it until I was setting them all up. So Peter gets a twofer today,
I think
but
we've both done it once or twice.
it happens. It happens. But
This
yeah.
is
So this is
I agree. Like without those bottom two panels, this is this kind of a so-so page and kind
Yep.
of like unworthy of Tony in some ways because like I don't need to see him draw a tank, right? Like you want to see
Right.
him draw almost anything else. Figures, horses, yes, yes, yes. But yeah, those bottom two panels are great.
Yep. Agreed. And there's no blue pencil on here for Anthony to erase, so we know this page is safe from future
Oh my God.
watchery. I know. And hey, number one Marvel fan says everyone be sure to hit that thumbs up. I wonder if that got number one Marvel fan into the top of the crown list. I have no idea, but we do know
Oh,
that YouTube favors those who like to pay. And I can't refresh my
to
app.
contribute.
Contribute. That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, number one Marvel. And everybody should hit that thumbs up, please. We always appreciate that. Yeah, you let us know where you rank now, Tom. Next piece. Okay. I mean, I wasn't going to pick this one because you had already picked Mikhail's piece, but this is Daniel Warren Johnson, and it's in Marcus's calf gallery. And you know, I mean, nobody draws like hulking, crazy figures quite like
Veiny, spiky.
how many stomach muscles does this guy got? I don't know. It don't
Plenty.
matter. It's Daniel Warren Johnson. You know, I love how, you know, he's framed the page by the massive figure.
Mhm.
I had a friend when we were in high school, he was a much better artist than me.
Okay.
Uh and I mean, I think you know, he's a pretty cool guy. We had a falling out a long time ago. We don't talk anymore. But he drew characters. I mean, we were both trying to be, you know, illustrators, and he drew his characters with the tiniest heads and the biggest bodies. And I always thought it was stupid. You know, I always was like, "Oh, come on, man, this is
Yeah,
awful." Uh-oh, my camera's flaking out on
it
me.
is.
I did. Every time I tap the table too hard, I might have to
Oh,
switch to my other camera. Oh, you son of a gun.
well,
Okay,
it's
it'll be fine. But anyways, talking about this piece, so my friend drew characters like this, and I always thought I was goofy and dumb. I mean, but they always look badass, right?
no.
Because a figure whose head is like, half the size it should be is, it just makes them look too tough. And so, he would draw them like that. But now I see it, and it's just like, this is too good.
Yep. I think that's why we love Cable. It's why we love the Thing. It's why we love the Hulk. Absolute Batman is like right up there in the like massive, hulking beast category for characters. What I really loved about this is it made me think so much of, I mean, a lot of Daniel stuff does make you think of manga, but like specifically, this looks like a character from Fist of the North Star to me.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
And it would be somebody that Kenshiro would be fighting, and he'd be like, poking him 1,000 times, and then he would explode. He looks like the bad guy, not Kenshiro. He looks like one of the thugs that he would like murder.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah. And Chuck Arnold, my friend was not Rob Liefeld. So no. His name was Eric. He's a photographer now. He's a pretty cool dude. But yeah, I think I just thought this was awesome, and I specifically the shape of the illustration. It's not like your atypical 11x17. It's
right.
It's everything. I don't know. Everything about it's just perfect, and it's in Marcus's collection. So here I got my like on it.
There we
He's
go.
got 48 likes and 37 comments. Holy smokes. That's a pretty good week.
Yeah.
Next up, everybody knows I like Tom Mandrake Inspector, and I never read it. You know that, but I just love the art from it. I mean, it's so fluid. I love his line work in this piece. Going from the character here to there. I mean, the demon right here. I mean, this is such an amazing page, and just every time I see a Mandrake page, I feel like I should own one, even though I feel a little ashamed because I've never read a single, a single page, book of Spectre. This
Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter. So that's where I
Did you read any of that?
No,
no,
of course not. I'm sorry.
No, hey.
I'm not. No DC for me. Mandrake Swirly. Okay, I guess you could call it that. I love his art.
It makes me think so much of Colin, and I think for a lot of obvious reasons, but
yeah, you're right.
Like them both makes so much sense.
As strange as it'll sound, I've actually never made that connection before. But now
really?
that you've said it, I can't not see it. You're absolutely right. I mean, I was seeing his art kind of very in a distinct style way, but now that you've said that, it's like I'm never going to look at it.
No, to me he was always kind of like the stylistic inheritor.
Yeah, okay, you got me there now, and it's totally. Well, now I know why I like his artwork so much.
There you go.
All right, well, okay, I didn't like that one yet, and this is in Mr. Davich's calf gallery. Steven, amazing collection. He always finds some cool eclectic stuff to post there, and this is a beauty. Then this is in Robert Frey's calf gallery. This is a Charles Vest piece, and it's Enchantress on a water horse of some kind. I just think it's just a lovely illustration. I mean, I love the way Vest draws wonderful figures, whether they're right. I mean, gosh, and just the subtle tonal work on this piece. It's just all so nice. So
yeah, there's just like a little smudge here, and yeah, that's terrific.
Yep. Yeah, it's amazing, and it was fun. I haven't seen Charles Vest at too many shows, so just getting to see some of his work up close at Heroes was really nice. And again, this is it's just a beautiful artwork. Yeah,
I like the way he dropped out the other wing or flipper or whatever you want to call it. That's a very Vest thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the edge at the end of the tail. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, good pickup here, Robert. Let's see here. I don't know how you handle typing in the chat and talking. You're amazing, Chris.
Thanks.
All right, this one. I had to pick this one. Dave's in the. Oh, he was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still here. This Rick Parker. We all know that Dave gets many artists to draw this image of the Hulk. This one just had me laughing. Nick. It's like a what if. Nick Fury became the Hulk. I just thought it was so damn funny, and knowing his collection and the number of serious approaches to
Yep.
this image that most artists would take. This is just even for him had to be a joy to like receive, right? Because it's just so different than all the others. And
Yeah.
while it might not be a top 10 piece on calf last week, it's so awesome to see in Dave's calf gallery that I had to feature it. So congrats to Jay Giant for getting this one. Rick is a great guy.
Yeah.
Never met him.
Crazy concept and like perfectly done.
Exactly. And I'm not saying anything, Chris, but he has all his teeth.
Hey, did it pop off?
It didn't.
Oh, geez, you freaked me out for a second.
I'm sorry, man.
No,
But,
that's okay. I've been
yeah.
like mindful of it all night. Like it's like stuck in there with like not chewing gum, but the medical equivalent.
Anyway, this is fun. So Dave, that's awesome. You need to get more drawings of the Hulk like this.
Yeah.
Do you have a Mannix? I wonder if does he have a Mannix in his cap gallery? That would be pretty cool to see. So maybe
I think he does. I think he does.
All right, now I gotta look. Let's see here. Let's see, not under Abrera, so let's just be going with the last name Mannix. I don't see anything.
Okay. I thought I remembered him getting something at the first OAX. Sketch card.
Oh,
okay.
Sketch card. All right. Well, I think it's time for a full-fledged Mannix piece.
A full-blown Hulk out.
Yeah, let's see how that looks. All right. EM Gist, another OAX guest for 2026. I love his work. I thought this is great. The chains in the shape of a skull as well. The colors are super vibrant.
I just noticed that, Bill.
Oh, really?
I was like,
no.
God, that's a lot of chain.
That's the thing that popped out at me first when I was looking at it. But as a thumbnail, so maybe that's how I might not have noticed it otherwise. But as a thumbnail, you can see it like dead on that it was a skull. But either way, I love Gist's work. His stuff, it's really the colors are always really really vibrant. I just it's just first time I saw his stuff at IX, I knew he was going to be somebody special at some point. And at least I hoped he would. And now he is. He's great. He's going to be in IX at our show, and he's just amazing. So I really
love that I really love that he toes the line between painterly and detailed, because he really, he gets in there like on certain elements and it's really tight, it's really dialed in. And then at the same time, it's not at that like kind of like Hildebrandt level where like everything is really slaved over, like every little, like whatever. He's still like on the skull, right? Like he gets painterly with that flame effect and with the skull itself.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I love it. I think I just every time I see something, he's Gist is actually I reset some of my keywords on the daily, and I have his I've got Gist in that list now. So Gist in the list. Oh boy! All right, it is getting late. I'm actually really tired. I don't know why.
Right, let's go.
It's hitting me. I didn't have a coffee today.
We'll drag this baby over the finish line, Bill.
All right. Here, but did I get my? Yeah, I did put a like on that one. So this is in Jared Simmons' calf gallery, by the way. I love Jared's collection. So here we go. Peter Rowe. I mean, I couldn't pass this one up. Matt Wagner, Grendel versus Shadow Page. It's so fun. It would have been cool to see if he could have done the whole thing just with shadows, right? But I don't mind that last panel at all. But I love the the lead in, the shadow on the stairway. Just seeing him, his hand lifting the window, his shadow in the in the doorway. I love this page. Absolutely love it.
Well,
Wagner
from a
is,
pacing standpoint, like that last panel really is, it's like the exclamation mark, right?
yeah,
The reveal.
it's so good. But so yeah, so Peter, you got a twofer this week because you know you earned it. This is such a great. It's so well designed and you know, and I kind of you'd expect that out of Matt. I mean, he just all of his stuff is just so well drawn. And then, I mean, this looks. I didn't really click in to look at the details. So
And if you're gonna let him do Art Deco, he's gonna do it.
yeah. Yeah, no, well, this is awesome. So Peter, congrats. I'll try to make sure you never get two again, but I love it. You know, the pencil work with the ink work. I mean, that just adds just another element that makes this piece so beautiful. This building is just lovely. I mean,
It really is.
this
And
is awesome.
the ivy is such a cool addition. Yeah, he didn't. You know, we say this a lot. He didn't need to do that. It looks phenomenal, though.
Yep. Well, that's actually my last one. That last tab was something else. So, so we made it. We made it to the end. Hang out for a minute, and you know, after this. But thank you as always, Chris. It's fun. You won't be with us next week.
Yep.
Won't you? But we should be paying attention to your calf gallery because you got a FedEx delivery coming tomorrow. And
Ulan will be going up.
There you go. All right. So I will. I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right.
See you, Chris. All right, everybody. You know the deal. We have a what do we have? We've got, well, we don't have much going on. I don't like this camera. I'm never gonna slap my desk again. I promise you. We want to revert back to this hunk of junk. But it's my fallback. But again, thank you as always for hanging out with us this evening. It's always a lot of fun. And yeah, you know, we'll be back at it again next week. The main thing to remember for this weekend is if you're at the Fan Expo in Boston, that the CAF meetup is happening at noon at Simone DeMio's table. You'll get to meet or hang out with Matt Tutulio. If you haven't met him before, Matt Sardo will be there, and Colin will also be joining that group. So you know, there'll be things to give away. You should be there and ask them for their signatures if you like. But either way, if you go, please say hi to them. And that's about it for now. We'll be back at it again next week. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk again very soon.